everybody. Whoever's here in chat, we are welcome to another session of the Greybeard Guild. I am Get Off McLeod. I'm your co-host of the weekly show, the Greybeard Guild, with DM Geezer Jim. Here for your late night D&D lore conversations, and basically just bullshit, really. I mean, this isn't you didn't sign up for a college class. This isn't credited, so you get to deal with the unfiltered and probably tired two of us. But anyway,
I'll admit that.
Yeah, it's fair. 11:30-ish is after a day of DMing for you is probably a long day. I have a deep session tomorrow, but thankfully Saturdays is I will not run a session on Saturdays. I need my prep day.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to say Mondays were sacred, but nowadays it is what it is. If you're running your own business, running your own gig, man, days off are a luxury.
They are definitely a luxury.
You need to find the time to take time off. There's no doubt about it. No matter what your endeavor is, you definitely want you do need to take those days and occasion to. So I can't say they're a luxury. Actually, they're a necessity. They're just not regular.
When the hard thing is like, so I've done like in my regular 9 to 5, I've done that as a consulting gig, and that is a whole lot more work than just doing my regular job, because you go into marketing and sales and trying to get your own clientele, and you sit back and you DM at the shop at the RPG dungeon up there, and it's not in Dallas. What's the city it's in?
Carrollton, Addison.
Okay, and I mean, you got to figure having a brick and mortar where kids come in to go and check things out, and it definitely helps with generating some foot traffic, don't you think?
Well, honestly, it's really not anywhere near accessible for your average walk-up. It's kind of in a warehouse, strip mall type of a thing. Just converted strip office, light industrial.
Okay.
So there's not a whole lot of walk-in traffic, but people find us online a lot, and hey, I heard about this, and I would probably say, I mean, I don't even want to put a number to it, but it does happen often. Oh, ain't y'all got the magic cards? Or hey, I was looking for this. It's like, well, brother, we're a gaming center, not a retail place. We keep copies of. He's not a minimal amount of retail space, if I'm being honest. Most of it's the tables and the minis and all that we actually play with. So, if you're showing up there, it's not by accident.
So you got to be you're like Fight Club. You got to be in the know to know where to
play. Well, it's going to be a couple Google clicks down to figure out. If you're looking to buy D&D modules, it's going to send you Madness or Walmart or some shit like that, or Amazon. Local gaming store. Can we use your location? No. Well, here's 4,000 of them. But I mean, all of it's definitely the shop depends on repeat business, absolutely, thoroughly, and building a clientele and maintaining and keeping a clientele and word of mouth, and that kind of thing builds into it, certainly. But it pays the bills. It keeps me sharp. It builds my skills. That makes me practice what I preach.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. I got a lot of people that are on my stream that are also my customers and my players at the shop. So it's like, if I'm full of shit, someone's gonna call me out, son.
Fair enough. Yeah, Jim. Hey, Jim, how's it going? Yeah, Mandy. She made us our own special. She made us our own little Greybeard Guild little Mander logo.
Our Greybeard.
So yeah, cool on you for noticing that. It's actually. I was watching it the other day. I had it just up, and it was going over while I was working. And I'm like, but yeah, that's actually fairly interesting. So I've done some like in-person DMing at like some bookshops. You definitely get a wide range of skill sets there. That brand new players who don't tell you they're brand new, so they just show up with dinner plate eyes. You're like, oh, we're gonna get through this, but we might need to come back and discuss a few core concepts.
Well, and obviously, yeah, that's always a concern. I do have the luxury, if you want to call it luxury, of having full tables the moment I post them.
Oh yeah.
So unless It might be okay. So I run about 18 to 20 games a month, depending on the weekends in the month, right? All of those games are 5 to 6 people. 2 of those games are publicly listed, which means the other 8 are private. They're booked out into 6 to 8 people each, right? Those people are coming back week in, week out, week in, week out. So I don't end up with a ton of drop-in, drop-out players anymore, especially since I killed the learn-to-plays. But the learn-to-plays, yeah, absolutely, man. You get the players that... I watch Critical Role. I played Baldur's Gate 3. I played back when you started playing, and I haven't played in 30 years, and I want to learn how to play again. All of that kind of thing. So I do miss the learn-to-plays because the teacher and me enjoyed getting people into the game, and it's still nice to see. I don't know, man. Probably I had about a 60% retention. It's about 60% retention. Players that would come to the learn, play, and then join another game, and now they're customers type of a thing. And it's still nice running into them, and hey, man, how's your new campaign going? Oh my God, it's a shop, you know. So
that's awesome.
It's not the most lucrative business, but it's very rewarding in other ways.
All you can really ask for in your own business or your own endeavors to make your own, financial stream is consistency, at least. A consistent amount of people that you can rely upon to play. And the fact that you can announce a new table and have it be filled up just is a luxury, I would have to say, for and a testament to at least the level of dedication you put into your sessions.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things that, and I think you and I have talked about this before. I don't. Ironically, there's probably 30 GMs up there on the roster, probably 20 of them running games in any given month, and I know 5 of them.
Oh, jeez, that's it,
dude. When I joke about the concept on my stream where we're talking about how DMs have a little bit of a pride, a little bit of an ego going on, it's on full fucking display at the shop.
So a bunch of roosters on display there.
That was probably the worst thing about it is it's like, man, we have so many people up here that do this. This should be a huge resource for each other. And it feels like, oh no, I do it this way. My way is better. It's so weird. You would almost thought it was like this club. 20 DMs. There should be a bunch of you guys can learn from each other. Yep. No, it's so weird, man.
See,
that's the weirdest part about it.
I don't get that personally. We were talking in your stream a little bit on Fridays. By the way, if you guys don't check out DM Geezer Jim's stream Tuesday to Friday from 11 to 1 p.m. Central, you really should. There is none of that behavior going on there. There is a wealth of ideas being shared, different opinions. There was actually a pretty decent back and forth between GM Rachel and Chase about Al Qadim.
No, that was Gift to Gabby.
Gift to Gabby, thank you. And it's okay to disagree. It's okay to have different concepts. But the problem is that back in the day when we would get into debates, and we wouldn't call it debates, but we'd get into an argument about a concept or the way a rule was written. You talked about it, you went back and forth on it, you found at least an equitable medium to proceed forth with the campaign, and nobody left with their feelings hurt. And part of the whole thing about getting this show going is to try to bring that back to life. Like Jim and I, we don't agree with each other on everything. We do, I think, agree more than we disagree on some things, but
yeah, but I think it's enough for one of those concepts where it's like the term iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, exactly.
Neither of his is going to be completely flexible or malleable, but we are going to learn and grow from each other.
Absolutely.
I'm an old motherfucker, man. I ain't gonna be all like, oh my God, all the time.
Yeah.
I find myself doing that more and more, ironically, because practice what you preach. I believe that if you're not learning, you're dying.
Yeah.
And if you refuse to open your mind to something to learn,
Yep.
So that's kind of a corner I had to turn as an old dude. Was they were last seen playing Call of Duty. They all kicking some ass over the Sparks.
Oh,
I was watching you for a little bit and saw you with that fucking Russian-looking bullpup sniper rifle popping some people.
All I know, Jim, I watched him play yesterday, and then Grim pops on his stream, and he's carrying this damn space sniper rifle-looking thing. I'm like, what game are you playing? This isn't COD. Now, what's the update? Hey, Grim.
It looked like something off of my old Stalker Shadows of Chernobyl game. Call of Pripyat had that strange Russian bullpup sniper rifle.
But
That's fun.
yeah, no, I'm sure they're doing wonderfully, and if not, they're probably at least raging, having a time amongst themselves. But that also, I mean, the way that they play COD is the way that I like to play D&D. You could be killing it, and every encounter is easy, or you could be on the struggle bus. But as long as there's some jokes going and there's some good times to be had, that's the nature of this game. And part of the thing too, as being a DM, when you could totally feel separated from that, especially if you're the DM for a group of people you don't know that they want to play D&D together and you're their DM, but you could.
Jim K is saying the background music is running high. Oh, it is.
What music?
Do you have background music running on your PC?
Hold. What music is playing? I'm not hearing any music.
It's playing on your stream.
Hold. I guess it's my stream.
That's weird. Kind of this white music, ambient, white noise, trance music sounding stuff.
What the? Oh, that terrifies me.
Technical difficulties.
We're just gonna start closing things and see what happens.
Oh, don't close the wrong thing.
No, just browser windows.
It's still there.
I can't even hear
It
my
almost.
stream. I'm so bad.
Something's looping. It sounds like something's looping.
Oh, I know what it is. Hold. There we go.
Still there. Nope, there it went. It's gone. Yay, you fixed it. Or you broke it. If you're into the tunes, sorry, man. Shame on him. If you're here to hear us talk, he fixed it.
So, Jim, as you might have now just realized, this is not the stream that's going to make us, a contract on Spotify to rival Joe Rogan.
If it was, I wouldn't be here.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Jim, for subscribing. That's awesome. Much appreciated.
Appreciate your support, brother.
Hell yeah. What was I going to say? But yeah, getting into the DM aspect, which I like to focus on the player aspect, because I feel that most of my viewers are players, whereas most of your viewers are DMs. So we might get an actual decent mix of people in here. But
That's fair. That's fair.
coming in from the DM aspect, there is definitely, you have to have a bit of a chest and a pride about you to be able to lead your party into these scenarios and be able to deliver the story successfully, and a little bit of braggadocio to know that you're
My idea for a story is so good that everyone is going to love it, and they're going to want to spend 4 to 6 hours a week
Yep.
for the next 2 years.
Yep.
That's 600 hours of their life invested in the story that I built.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're saying without saying it, guys.
Yep, that's exactly
And
it.
you have to have the belief in it to be able to think it. I mean, we may not. You got to admit it. I mean, as a DM, we may not want to put it in those silly, selfish-sounding words, but that's. Oh, are you getting up now, buddy? So I can sit up. Boo Boo Cat's like, okay, I'm warm. I'm moving.
Yep. Thank you for doing your job, Dad. Now I'm gone.
Yes, I'm warm.
But that's
Give me your chocolate milk.
that's absolutely it. That is, you sit back and you spend your time prepping, and I'm going to come with this really cool mechanic, and they're going to really enjoy it, and it might suck, but you got to believe it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, okay, you're gonna sit right there where you show your freaking little butthole at the camera. Damn cats.
Thankfully, have you cropped it enough they don't see them?
Just sit like this for a minute. Sorry, being a goober. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
You're fine, man. You're absolutely fine.
I will be rambling and random tonight, so forewarnings.
Thank you for the warning, not needed. But going into that braggadocio, you should be able to still commiserate with your fellow DMs to learn, because, like, for instance, I mean, I know things about Faerun. Somebody else might know something about Dark Sun. Somebody might know something about Kryn. People have their favorite campaign settings they like to run, and they are exceptionally knowledgeable about that. Why would you ever limit yourself? I know what I know. When are you going to go on the internet? Do you use Google? Because you're totally pinging the knowledge of all the globe when you're doing that. You're not just going off of your base knowledge. Why would you do that anywhere in this day of internet connectivity? Fuck, you do have chocolate milk. Damn you, Jim. Now I want chocolate
Damn
milk.
straight, baby. That's my dinner. It's a big chocolate milk, though.
If I drank that much chocolate milk, I would not be able to finish stream.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Chocolate milk is probably my number one protein source, if we're being absolutely honest. I drink a lot of chocolate milk, dude. I probably drink about 2 gallons of chocolate milk a week.
My God. We're not. This is not health tips with the Geezer Patrol. This is just D&D.
No. You're not supposed to live on coffee and chocolate milk. It's still a question as to how I do.
I'm sorry to do this to you, Jim. But you make me flashback to grumpier old men with Burgess Meredith. I have bacon for breakfast, bacon for lunch, and a six-pack. I usually drink my dinner.
Years old.
Sometimes I think God forgot about me. I don't care if you guys like. That's funny to me.
Dude, I love me some Grumpy Old Men. That's such a fucking great movie. And Grumpier was not too bad either.
It wasn't terrible. As sequels go, it was pretty darn good.
It was okay.
But also into that line of thought too, like, you know, we part of this endeavor we're doing that I want for us is that people can come by and give us topics to talk about that we can kind of see what you're interested in as well. And not that we're the end all be all of D&D knowledge, but you know, we have a fair couple decades between the two of us. Just a couple.
Absolutely.
I think Mandy was pointing out the other day, she goes, you know, between you and Jim, there's like 60 years of experience between the two of you. I'm like, yeah.
Why you gotta make us sound old, man?
Because look at us.
Yeah.
But
I mean, and you know, but that's one of those things where you go, you can argue years don't mean anything if you're playing once or twice a year.
Fair. Absolutely fair.
You know, hours played, and I'll throw my hours up against any motherfucker.
I don't want that smoke. No, thank you.
How you doing, Andrew? Good to see you. But my point being is it's not so much years as it is experience.
Exactly.
Someone that's only been playing 5e for 3 years, but is playing twice a week after school with their friends, and then having those weekend crash outs at the cool mom's house where they could play, you know, from Friday night till Sunday. Those dudes are clocking hours. They're getting the experience. So even though they're not experienced year-wise, they're experienced as far as applicable play goes.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's not just limited experience, in my opinion, with D&D is not limited to how much of this shit is, how gray are you, how much of a bald spot you got. You don't know shit. You still got your here, kid. Nah, man, I don't subscribe to that.
Yeah.
How much you play? How much do you play? And to me, that tells me how experienced you are, you know?
I agree. And it doesn't even have to be D&D too. Like, I would love to sit down with somebody who's actually a fairly good knowledge of like Call of Cthulhu and talk about their sanity calculator, because I'm not a huge fan of how D&D handles that. But I feel like it would be useful.
You need to holler at Funky Wood Jam in my, next time you see him in my stream.
Will do.
He's he runs the Cthulhu games up at the shop. So, that you would have a professional GM who teaches Call of Cthulhu as well as running consistent campaigns be able to maybe give you some tips about what their techniques are. You know, not saying professional, but let's face it, we got to be able to translate the game into wide varieties of knowledge, experience, and attitudes.
Absolutely.
So you got to be flexible. You got to be super flexible and knowledgeable, you know, on the paid side of things.
Definitely. But I mean, the reason why is because I feel like it's so cheesy. Like, oh, you walk in and there's a white that's sucking the life out of your teammate as you enter into the trapped door, and you roll me on the wisdom saving throw. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, give me a wisdom save. Yeah, that 100%. That cheeses. That absolutely cheeses for you know, kind of segueing into our, oh, you didn't update your title.
Oh, I didn't. I will do that. You continue to talk.
I'm just playing with you, dude.
I know.
Man, I've gone a full week and a half on the fucking title. What the shit? I thought I changed it. And I did, but I didn't push that save button. Did you notice there's that button is about this long now? It used to be this little tiny ass bitch. Anyway, We were Jim K, hanging out with us here, had actually suggested at the end of our last stream that we. I'm gonna move my camera a little bit now that I can sit up without the cat in my lap. I don't feel like I'm like way fucking back. But you had suggested talking about Barovia, and that's exactly what we're kind of wanting to do on the stream is take topics that you guys. Cloud and I talk shit incessantly. Okay, this isn't necessarily for he and I to really, as much as to be able to participate with you guys and include y'all. So Jim K had said, hey, let's talk Barovia. So I think that was kind of going to be our subject thing. And it's kind of well known if you're on my side of the stream that I'm kind of not a big fan of Barovia, although I do enjoy the Domains of Dread. I think Strahd's a spare. And Cloud's the other way. He really appreciates Barovia, enjoys it, and thinks Strahd's a really good NPC. Mm-hmm. This is purely opinions, okay? This is absolutely what we would say subjective, not objective.
Yes, exactly.
Obviously, I'm putting a little bit more positive on his side, a little bit more negative on my side. I can appreciate the nuance and the drama of the Strahd story. But it was cool back in '86 when we got it in I6 Ravenloft, okay?
Well, and that's the thing too, Jim. That brings up a good point. Like, why are you so negative on Barovia? Because you probably played it a fuck ton of times, and like I really enjoy Metallica's Black Album back in '95, but now I'm kind of over it.
Dude, I mean, my boy loves the metal, and it's my fault.
Yeah.
But it's like, I have been listening to Master of Puppets since 1987.
Yep.
We're cool, bro. I don't have to hear it every day.
It was actually really awesome. So it's like,
it's not dissuading the music at all. I love the song, but yeah, that's a great comparison.
I'm gonna dad brag for a second. We were in the car coming back from an event, me and Minnie Cloud, and I had classic rock just playing in the background, and Stairway to Heaven comes on, and I almost skipped it, but I'm like, and by the end of the song, like she's like crying. She's, that was such an amazing song. I'm like, okay, that's amazing.
And for the people in the Gen Xers, that's the song you're not allowed to play.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna skip it. I'm like, no Stairway, denied.
I'm so sick of this song. Yeah. So I mean, but at the same time, I've had to check myself a couple times. He's like, I don't want to discourage his enthusiasm for it. And it's the same thing that I've learned in the stream a lot. My as I've been running as a streamer is. I may not be excited about it. I may not even like it. But you know what? They're excited about it, so I don't want to discourage that excitement. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of tempering. I know it's the hip thing is to hot take type bullshit. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. Everything ain't got to be a hot take. Yep. Everything ain't got to be a controversy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I feel that we've kind of done it to each other. Like I got you back into looking into Eberron, and you got me into Planescape, where I'm like, oh damn it, there's so much reading to do now, so much good reading to do.
And I'm on the other side, same book. Cool, already.
I did pick up the new.
I like this setting. They didn't do a damn thing with it since they created it. This reminds me of Greyhawk. I'm hip.
I did pick up the new Eberron book, and I have to say I've only read about 10 pages of it, but I'm like, ooh, interesting. This is the same.
Did they move the timeline forward?
No.
I can respect that though, honestly.
I mean,
that's kind of one of the big things I brag about with when I'm trying to sell people on Greyhawk is. Wherever you pick up that world's timeline, it's yours to go forward with because they ain't doing a damn thing else with it. There ain't a bunch of books, movies, or video games coming out. It's yours. Have fun. And
if you're running Curse of Strahd,
you're running like Eberron too.
Yeah, but if you're running Curse of Strahd, that's the same time frame. It just resets every time. It's all a fever dream, and then you run it all over again. Which I have to say, I've run Curse of Strahd probably 4 times now. I'm on my 4th, and at this point, it's like we're gonna flavor this up a bit. We're gonna add in some third-party content. I'm gonna do some weird stuff here because it's the same. I mean, the hags are the hags, and you're gonna have to deal with that however you want to deal with that. But let's jazz it up a bit because I want it to be a little different. And then
Well, that's my current itineration. Shadows of what we do in the Shadows of Barovia is just this absolute fucking farcical mock-up of, a lot of different D&D stupidness combined with silliness combined with a horror theme, more of a Mel Brooks horror than anything else.
Yep, exactly.
And I'm enjoying it. My players are enjoying it because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna shake it up, turn it up on its side, pour some coffee in it, throw some cigarettes in it, and let's play.
Yep. we're gonna give it a flair, just a little modern twist to it.
Yep.
But so what is Ravenloft? We're not going into Ravenloft. That would be several streams. We're going into
Define Ravenloft. Are we talking about Barovia Ravenloft?
No,
I6 Ravenloft.
We're talking about
Or are we talking about the Domains of Dread?
Domains of Dread Ravenloft.
Okay.
There and then so starting off second edition they released the black box. I think it was you said it was 86. Was that the year? No, the black box was later. The i6 came out not way before the black box.
i6 was 1984, I believe. Let me just confirm that so we're not giving out bad information. Apologies as I click over here.
You're good.
Into my super files. I am kind of a come on, man. Why you gotta go slow today? Because I clicked it 17 times. Now I got it open 18 times. Official Ravenloft game adventure, Tracy and Laura Hickman, also of Dragonlance fame, and several other things. Desert of Desolation, they worked on that. An outstanding fucking campaign as well. 1983 TSR, all rights reserved.
There you go. 1983. I was 1.
So, yeah. And I wasn't playing this at that point. I started playing it, I guess it was 8th grade, 9th grade when I first got my hands on Ravenloft. So it was a couple years after it was published. And then the Domains of Dread Ravenloft, the Ravenloft campaign setting, also called the Realms of Terror, now known as the Domains of Dread. That sucker popped out in 90 was your, and that's right, this was a second edition update. This is what caused a lot of people actually to pick up second edition. All right, man, you're a Greybeard. I know what you're talking, Andrew. Yeah, about the same age as I'm over here. Yeah, what we do in the shadows. Naja, Nandor, Laszlo, and Colin Robinson have taken over the town of Valaki. But my map is completely repositioned. They got trapped there in a snafu that was caused by Baba Yaga and Igwilv, as the Dancing Hut of Baba Yaga is the centerpiece of the adventure. It just fit in perfectly in Barovia, mine's just completely fucking mashup,
Oh, and we're gonna get into that because I definitely want to pick your brain about your changes to. They call me Grandpa. I don't call you that. I call you things I don't want to say on stream.
You got the. Oh, I need to. Did you have the language warning, or do I got to watch my languages?
No, I don't have a. You have to watch your language at all. I don't know how to do that.
Just want to make sure, because I made sure. I think mine definitely says adult on there because I use a lot of sentence enhancers. Your grandkids do. Grandpa. Oh, that's awesome. That's fucking. That's peak right there, dude.
So
he's grumpy, but he's so sweet.
No, he is a sweet guy. He's just we played last night, and I throw a lot of shit at the cleric in a Domain of Dread, and he did quite well. Fucking turn undead. I hate that spell. Hate it. Hate the feature. Hate it.
Dude, I know, man. I know. It's
like, oh, I just targeted all the zombies, and there's all 10 of them are running away from me now.
Well, yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
We deal.
Honestly, if you're tactical about that, you can actually kind of either make it such a grind where they don't like to do it again, or you can actually cause them to fuck up. Like if you have 10, run one single off that way, one single off that way, a 3-piece that way, a 2-piece that way, and a 3-piece that way.
Yep.
Eventually, what do we do? Get the easy ones, or so they'll break it. Yeah, or do we just go ahead and run and let them do their thing? I ain't running for no zombies. So we're gonna fucking spend time hunting all these suckers down? Are you serious right now?
Be like the
You would have
day.
used it twice if you had Amulet of Devout.
Yeah, I forgot. He got an amulet of devout, and Maggie does this thing where if you collect enough of the cards in her card packs, if you have a set, you can turn them in for a uncommon magical item.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, so he picked amulet of devout, which I thought was a fairly good choice at the time, and then I forgot to give it to him before session. So he was a grown up player though, and he played the whole session. And after session was over, he's like, "Hey, Club, by the way, when do you think I can get that amulet of devout?" I'm like, "Fuck, whoops."
You see, I usually use honestly the hordes of the smaller undead when they can destroy them.
Oh yeah.
Because that cleric will bite on that hook every fucking time.
Oh yeah.
18 skeletons come shambling from the crypt to the left, about 40 feet down. I'll move 20 feet and do my thingy. Cool. Woo.
You got that one.
You hear a creak and a groan as a door opens and 4 whites spill out.
Shit. I really enjoy the when the turn immunity. Ooh, I'm using that monster.
Yeah. And obviously with your higher level monsters, you just cheese it with the amulet of protection against turning.
Yeah.
You know, a lich would hand that shit out like Halloween candy, man.
Yeah.
Come on, let's not be stupid.
You can make a magic item on downtime.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play.
So I remember like a lot of people actually. It's not just you that they don't like Barovia. They don't like Strahd. Why is he so important? Why did they only make Barovia in 5e? But they did the Van Richtens where they talked about all the other, or not all of them, a lot of the other domains of dread, but they didn't really write any adventures except for I think Witchlight or no, that's Feywild.
There's a couple that dip. No, I think just the fucking Eve of Ruin.
Yeah,
officially goes there.
I want to talk about that.
Barovia, obviously, Curse of Strahd is there.
Mm-hmm.
I think. What is it? Not Heist. Keys to Golden Vault has something there.
Oh, okay. I had not run through that yet.
Yeah.
So I did
but
not.
there's just a tiny little bit of touches on them. But the honestly, the Van Richtens did a good job.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to swear by it, but I think there's only maybe a 3 or 4 realm discrepancy between the combined Red Box and Island of Terror from 2nd edition versus the comparison to 5e. They did a really good job covering most of the ground. Now they didn't get a great job of giving you a good look of that ground, but they covered most of it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was good.
Okay, that just means you get to have fun with it.
I mean, it was good enough that I was able to read about the domain of Saranye and actually create a whole, like, I think it was like a 15 session adventure through there. So, I mean, they did a great job. But as for Barovia, is the reason why I think that why they gave the nod to Strahd is because he was according to what I've read, he's the first of the Dark Lords that was made.
Correct.
So he's like, give him the nod. He's not the best. I do enjoy me some Darkon as well, and Aslan Rex is fucking scary.
You say Aslan, I say Azalin.
Okay. Tomato. Same guy.
Yeah, exactly. Same dude, same badass.
And it's funny, like it's like when it reminds me of when Serac was learning from Vecna. Azalin got in. I'm gonna just call him that now. He went into Barovia and worked with Strahd under Strahd for a while, and then said, "Fuck this shit, I'm leaving." And they made Darkon just for him. So that brings into what a domain of dread is. A domain of dread is made by these mystical dark gods, the dark powers. We don't know who they are. Nobody knows who they are. They just are. And they basically take a soul that has no hope of being redeemed, no good graces about it. Jim looks like a true DM with the cat familiar. Don't you go casting chalk and grassy familiar at people now. That's not nice.
Oh, shit. That's rude. Rude. That's rude.
But so the dark powers will take a soul that is beyond redemption, and they will basically, instead of throwing it in carceri or doing something else, they just we're going to put you here in this little domain. And what is amazing about what I really dug about the domains of dread when I first started reading about them way back in, well, not as long ago as some of you, but in 2001 when I finally dipped into that. Basically, domain of dread is a cage, and not for the people in it, for the Dark Lord. It's a closed off universe. It was originally in the ethereal plane, and then 4E happened, and they made it part of the Shadowfell, which apparently was a stretch for some people. I don't really get why, but if you have any information on that, Jim, you're more than welcome to chime in on that.
Well, that's kind of ironically one of the things that I was okay with it being part of the Shadowfell.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the dissolution of the Cosmic Wheel, and obviously no one did because it only lasted for 4th edition.
Mm-hmm.
But the Shadowfell is just a physical extension of the plane of shadow, or the negative energy plane, is technically what it's called.
Right.
You know, and honestly, it's the ambiguity of Ravenloft was ultimately left there for every DM, every world builder to be able to relatively easily adapt their own world and their own Dark Lords to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever take a look at the 2nd edition Ravenloft Realms of Terror box set, the first 30 pages talk about the conditions of it, how to build your own Dark Lord. This is a toolbox for you to come up with your own horror stories, and these are all the basic mechanics you need to know.
Yep.
Here's some cool things that you can do with it, and these are some of the rules that you need to follow to keep them consistent with the other domains. And then here's some of the shit, here's the rest of the domains.
Yep.
So it was genuinely built for us to take and make our own Realms of Terror.
Yes.
You know, and these 15 or 20 of them that were given to us were tiny, you know, ranging from tiny encapsulated little theaters and mansions all the way to huge, vast deserts full of, you know, Curse of the Mummy type, plot lines going on. So the whole goal was always to give us the tools to build our own. And somewhere along the line, I don't want to say we lost it, but let's be honest, it was a commercial enough success where they came out with a shit ton of stuff for it. So there wasn't really a necessity to do a lot of building for it in 2nd edition. You know, but the freedom was there. The freedom was absolutely there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were playing Realm of Terror, Domains of Dread back in the 90s, you had moved on from I6 Ravenloft onto making your own really cool shit in the rest of the domains, man. You were having your fucking Island of Dr. Moreau going on over there, you know?
Yep, exactly. And it's good they gave you the tools because, I mean, what's scary to your party. You know what makes them tick, and you can probably make a better campaign than some guy who's mass producing a book that, you know, like I said, Curse of Strahd, good adventure. It's been done. They just redid it. But honestly, it could be better.
It is better when, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Tell me if I'm wrong. Every person that has ever ran Curse of Strahd either never runs it again or does a better job the next time. Period. The end. That's one of the one of the modules that'll break a DM because they come into 5e. Okay, I'm gonna play with my friends. Dear Google, what's the number 1 module for D&D?
Yep.
I'm gonna run Curse of Strahd. Bitch, take your ass to Phandelver and just enjoy life for a second. Relax, learn how to play the game. But even an experienced DM's gonna get into Curse of Strahd and go, you know what? I should have handled the Tarokka drawing way different.
Oh, yeah.
I should have let them get into the realms a little bit, establish some connections, and then run the drawing, or fix the fucking drawing myself, so they didn't... Oh, you mean that church across the street's where the Sun Sword is? Cool!
I think I told you in your stream when you were covering some of the Ravenloft stuff, was like my least favorite part of the Tarok reading. Where's the Tome of Strahd, or I think it's the Sun Sword, it's under Madame Eva's seat. You're like... Why? Why would you put it there? Like, here's your reading, adventurers. And, take this.
You go along, yes, you'll have good times with book. No worries. Let's see of Madame Eva. But if you do that, they'd be like, fuck that.
It gets me upset because it's like, you know, you watch like Wizard of Oz. You could have gone home the whole time. The ruby slippers are like, you're the biggest bitch in this whole movie.
You're the bad guy. You made me do your dirty work. But I mean, there are, but those are the kind of little nuanced things that if you're reading Curse of Strahd for the first time, getting ready to run it for the first time, you really don't know what to expect until paper hits, you know, or the plan hits the table, as it were.
Absolutely.
So hashtag Sunsword.
Yep. I mean, literally, guys, like if you're going to run it, do the Tarok reading ahead of time. Just do it. You know, if you want to do it on the ball, go for it. You might get screwed. but I will tell you, I've done it both ways.
If you insist on doing it,
Mm-hmm.
replace the item with an NPC that will send them on something. That
There
way
you
can
go.
honor the Taroka reading.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they're still having the agency of the fates guiding them through it.
Yep.
But you're in control of the actual item because there's a dude or a book or something that they so just adjust the reading slightly. The holder of the book was last seen at fuck the church across the street.
Does she say fuck? Yes, she does say fuck. Yes. Mm-hmm. But Jim, that's how
you'll learn. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's how Greg the garlic farmer gets into Barovia.
Hey, adventurers!
He would be very dangerous in Barovia. He's a garlic farmer. Yeah. None of that trope works, by the way, guys.
You watch a lot of VDL there, man.
Me?
Did
No.
you see the one where they go where Brittany turns off the filter?
No.
Oh, and Greg turns into the pimp.
Oh Jesus.
I need you to get my fucking hoe. Excuse me. It's so bad.
I will say, Jim, if you reference a movie or a show that's less than 10 years old, I probably haven't seen it.
Okay.
I consume visual media very slowly because I can't sit still for longer than 15 minutes normally. But that being said, definitely plan ahead. I would say, and I wouldn't say it's for every adventure, although they say read the whole book before you run it. This one, definitely read the whole adventure before you. The other ones like the Tomb of Annihilation. Read the whole adventure before you run it. It's complex.
Storm King's Thunder. Read the whole motherfucker.
Yeah.
Please.
Mm-hmm. Fandelver, you can get by.
Fandelver, you can get by.
Mm-hmm.
The Apocalypse, you can. No, you really got to
No.
read that one too, because you have 4 different cults going on at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have an idea of what each of them is capable of and where they're at, because your party can choose to go after any of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be adventure
Why
time
event
work
time?
for
Yeah.
you.
That's why I like Robot Chicken.
Let me think. I think honestly, Out of the Abyss, you could probably get by reading a chapter or 2 ahead. If we're being honest, it's pretty linear until they get out.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have such a hard time finagling them back in. Because
Thundar
of
the
shit, 6 months
Barbarian.
later, you need to go back downstairs.
Yeah. Damn, Andrew, that is an
Sun
old
Sword. Oh,
reference.
God.
I love
Ooh,
Thundar. Yeah. You know that guy with
Hot-ass witch, Ariel. That's right. How
Dude.
you doing, girl?
that what is it? That little fucking plasmoid. That was a plasmoid. Damn it, that guy was a freaking plasmoid. If I ever saw one.
You're talking the Herculeans.
Oh.
The Herculoids now.
Wasn't that Thundar?
No, Thundar had it was just the big hairy lion-faced dude, and then the chick running around, the wizard chick, the witch chick in the leotard.
Oh,
You're talking
yeah, I'm fucked.
Herculoids.
I'm fucked. My bad.
That's the one where it was the family, and they had the 2 gooey things, the
Yeah.
rhinoceros that shot the bullet, and
Yep.
then the flying dude that shit out of his tail. And why didn't that team go whoop some fucking ass everywhere in
Dude.
the universe?
They had a dragon. They had a dragon. They should have been. And a fucked up Uniceratops.
All fucking detail.
Gloop and Gleep. Thank you, Jim K. Bones.
Look at you popping in, baby. Hell yeah, Jim.
That's okay,
Yeah, you
Andrew.
know
We
what
show
we're
our age
talking
here.
about.
I mean, it's in the name.
Space goes coast to coast.
Ooh.
That was a fun one for the record.
Yeah, and you so getting back on you are right.
Barovia.
Like you go into the book, the Domains of Dread. It does go into, okay, these are what the mists are. These are how you get in there. This is how you can't leave. And there's really very few ways to leave a Domain of Dread. It goes into, hey, by the way, magic's a lot fucking different here. Divination is weird. One of the things I like, they said, a sentient vampire or sentient undead could actually let you know what it wants you to know if you were to do like a mind reading spell on it. I love that. That's exactly what I would expect from how to bump up your monsters a bit and scary in these places. So realistically, it gives you a lot of the tools. I would say definitely for 5th edition Curse of Strahd, read it first. But somehow your players will get into this realm of Barovia through the mists. The mists come and they take you and they plop you in Barovia. Why? Because fuck you. That's why. Realistically, I've not found a gentle way to throw people into Barovia. It's like, now you're in Barovia.
Well, what I told this group, I need each of you to give me a reason why you might think you belong here. Something dirty, something nasty, something, and it could genuinely be, dude, you were late for a date, and you were moving along, and the horse cart swerved around you, went over a cliff, and 3 priestesses died, and you didn't do it on purpose, but you could be wondering, oh my god. So my players got to have a little bit of fun with that.
I like that actually.
So each of my players isn't if they're wondering if they belong there.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was obviously for the exact same reason you're doing. It just, the mist just randomly is, so it's isekai. Just go with it, man. It's okay.
Yep.
But doing this was isekai, but was it? Do I deserve to be here, maybe? I am kind of a bitch.
I was just loving that situation with the warlock where to go, yeah, I know why I'm here.
Yep.
It's so do the rest of us. But so these domains of dread were used to encapsulate these beings of evil. It's basically it's in the Shadowfell, so it's an imperfect copy of worlds that dot the prime material plane theoretically. There are several levels of the Dark Lords of each domain. There's Demi-Lords, Lords, Overlords, and Dark Lords. Demi-Lords, I believe Anton, how am I forgetting the name of it now? The Dark Lord of Saranye. He's a Demi-Lord. But Strahd, anybody who has a Domain of Dread in the core, in the middle of the Domain of Dread, they're a Dark Lord. They're pretty bad.
The Islands of Terror were along the outside.
Yeah.
Lesser ones,
I think,
so to speak.
yes, exactly. So the closer in proximity you are to I believe it's the Shadow Rift, the worse you are and your domain is.
I think, well, no, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
go
My
ahead.
brain was going a different way. But I'd say technically Mount Bludaspur is kind of the center of the mass of the primary continent. I guess the rift is kind of in between that and who's fucking Soth's domain? What's that one called?
Richmalu.
Yes, I think those are right near the main.
Richmalu
central point.
touches the Shadow Rift. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it's kind of Bludaspur's here, he's there, and the rift is down here.
Yeah, so you got
if I'm remembering right.
No, you are. So you got your Dementalu, Mordant, Richmalu, Borka, Invidia, Darkon, and then Barovia. That's the circle around the Shadow Rift.
Bludaspur right in the middle of that.
With right
next
in
to
the
rift.
It's really funny. I would love the idea of all those Dark Lords looking at Bludaspur going, nope, don't want to go over there.
That's the one place I found an excuse to use the Elder Brain Dragon.
Ooh. That's cool. I have to do more reading about Bludaspur.
Bludaspur, an overmind that did the overthink.
Is that the Illithid one?
Yes. That's the Illithid one.
Fuck that one. Okay, cool.
It's one of those that's really cool to talk about, really cool to think about, but nigh impossible to run.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I figured out, these fucking mind flayers realize that their overmind is dying because they don't have anything to feed it. Because only the odd person comes in here. So they're going to figure out how to work with the Zaylin to get a Draco Lich dropped in to have the Overmind strapped to the Draco Lich. And I have a Draco Lich Elder Brain Dragon that goes into Darkon to reclaim Azalin's lands.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. So interestingly enough,
make no mistake, I love the domains. I'm just not a Strahd fan.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, there's 20 different.
So many cool
domains.
things you can do with it, dude.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, you have like I said, we have your ring of domains around the Shadow Rift, and right in betwixt the Shadow Rift that kind of splits it is the Balanok Mountains, which is in the northern part of Barovia, if I'm not mistaken, and then the Gracchus are at the bottom of the map. So it's actually east-west, not north-south. If you're looking at the map of the Shadowfell, but if you're looking at the map of Barovia, it's north-south. There is it all started with Strahd. 351 in the Barovian calendar was when he was made a Dark Lord. Mist descended and claimed Strahd after he threw his his love Tatiana for marrying his brother Sergei off of the ramparts of Castle Ravenloft. Or no, he didn't throw her. He threw his brother. Tatiana jumped off after him after calling him an old man and basically hurting his feelings. Which okay, let's talk about that for a minute. Strahd, scary vampire. But his feelings, though, he's just in love. He's just miserable.
The perma incel, okay?
He's
He's the original incel.
He is.
Let's not lie.
Yeah.
There's no way to fucking fluff up Strahd other than, you know, and even one of my other players was like, so he just waits around for this girl to what a fucking dirty old dude.
Well, wait till you get into what freaking Ezek Straszy's doing over with Blinsky for Strahd.
You know, so yeah, unfortunately, I portray him in an unflattering light in my campaign because he's not the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's this poor, desperate fool watching all of these hyper powerful beings running around into a domain doing whatever the fuck they want, and he can't do a thing about it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think nothing actually illustrates it better than an excerpt from the Tome of Strahd. I am the ancient, I am the land. I loved her with all my heart, but she spurned me. I mean, come on, bro. Let me go get my black eyeliner on, and let me go and get some tight leather shit on. I'll go be emo again for a day.
If you want a good love story, tragic horror love story, what's homegirl's name? Victor Mordenheim, up in Lamordia.
Mm.
It is a slight gender bend on the Frankenstein monster thing, but she does this to save a woman that she loves. And when the woman wakes up realizing what she did and the cost of it, it goes. It's a great story, man. It's like I would love to run Lamordia because it's a tragic tale of love that's not based on, oh, I killed my brother and his lover does not love me. What do I do? Blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to go make a pact with the dark powers in the Amber Temple and Vampire, the dark... Oh, you named the dark power Vampire? Come on, bro.
Hashtag Barovian emo love.
That's its own kind of emo love. There's suicide and murder involved in that.
But I think that's part of the draw for the general public to Ravenloft. Number one, it's a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
We all know the vampires are the big bads. There's that semi-gothic romantic backstory or air or flavor to it that is really hard to play well. Because it dissolves on first sight. It doesn't pass the eye test. That's one of the problems with the whole. This is just dumb.
Yeah. So as your first job reading the book as the DM is if Strahd is your BBEG, how the hell are you going to take this tragic, angsty love from a distance, lost, into something that's actually kind of scary and contentious for your players to deal with? They did introduce a really cool facet of Barovia where if you die in Barovia, your soul doesn't leave. You don't get to go to your afterlife. You just get recycled back into one of the peoples. And then you actually find people, I believe Eric, I forget the last name, but the bartender at the Blood of the Vine Tavern is one of these soulless people that he's very automaton and he just serves you your drinks and doesn't have a personality. But he has no soul. And I think they said something like 15 or 25% of the people in Barovia actually have a soul, and the rest of them are kind of just not.
Bills.
Yeah. And then on top of that, if you're an adventurer, you die in Barovia, your ass is going on this lovely march from the graveyard in the city of Barovia, in the region of Barovia, the town of Barovia, on Barovia Street, because we named the city and the region the same name. I hate when they do that. You go on a march from the cemetery in Barovia all the way up to Castle Ravenloft, where you climb the ramparts and plummet off of the side into the valley below. Every single night for the entire existence of the campaign, which is really fucking fun when you have players that die and they go back to Barovia and you're like, guess who you see?
Right.
It depends on how much you want to twist their sensibilities. So anyway, he goes and murders his brother. Tatiana, his love from afar, she throws...
Right there, Chase.
What'd he say?
Good to see you, brother.
Hey,
Thanks for
Chase.
Strahd, my dude, you didn't lose the girl. You killed your brother and tried to force yourself on her. That's not a tragic romance. That's Jerry Springer with fangs and goth makeup. Word, baby, word.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Like I said, he was he was hashtag original incel.
So in 351, he makes a pact still with blood with Vampire, one of the dark powers in the Amber Temple at the southwest edge of Barovia. He becomes a vampire at the time, gains a ton of power, and then whether or not you subscribe to the Curse of Strahd or you go back into the 3rd edition or 2nd edition adventure, there might be Thanes of Barovia where he usurped their power and became even more powerful. There might not be. You can flavor it. Depends on if you read the older adventure or not. They are not mentioned in the new adventure, but they are actually. It does help to increase his power scale a bit if you want to make him more of a maybe end of a tier 3 campaign versus the start of a tier 3 campaign. Because CR12 is really not a whole bunch. But oh, thanks, Chase. Much appreciated, sir. Don't have to do that, but always appreciated. And then the cycle of torment begins in 409 BC, in the year 409. Let's see. There's the appearance of the Tulkane, the Loot Allies begin Strahd's overall course. Mist Descend and the Vistani Alliance is around 470. And then Curse of Strahd kicks out right around, I think it's 547, I believe. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I've got the original timeline up from.
Go for it.
2E.
We like to be factual.
Well, I mean, yeah. So you have 528 was the first assault on Castle Ravenloft.
Mm-hmm.
After 470, when he made the Gypsy Madame Eva and Strahd forge an agreement.
Right.
542, Azalin enters Ravenloft. 547, Castle Forlorn of Forlorn Fane joins. 575, Iraq, the Drow Kingdom appears. 579, Mordent appears, as well as Darkon appearing. So Azalin was hanging out with fucking Strahd for quite a while.
Right. Exactly. Which is weird because according to what I remember, Curse of Strahd is supposed to happen before the Grand Convergence. And this is what my Friday night group is running right now, which is this whole long thing I'm not going to get into because Andrew's here. But the Grand Convergence is supposed to be this whole big plot from one of the other Dark Lords in the Domains of Dread. But technically, if this other Dark Lord, I'm gonna screw it. If Aslan is going to be doing this Grand Convergence, it should be after he went with he was serving under Strahd. So the timeline doesn't really work as far as I've seen so far.
Yeah, he wasn't technically his own domain lord until 579.
Right.
According to the original timeline.
Right.
And then Vlad Drakov enters Ravenloft as a domain in 581 we got Bludaspur. Illithids actually spawned Bludaspur.
Oh no, Andrew, you're good. It's just when we play the campaign.
We want you to be here. We want you to be here. It's his job to not spoil. Don't worry about you. You
exactly.
Be here and have fun, man.
Exactly.
Screw Cloud. I'm just kidding.
They say it enough during session, yeah.
Gundarak has been formed in 593, 603. We get Invidia.
Mm-hmm.
610, Harkon Lucas, the Wolfweir, enters Ravenloft.
Mm-hmm.
613, Carticus then forms. So you had Lucas cruising around in Barovia for 3 years before he got his own domain, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Valakin took shape in 625. Nova Vasa appears in 682. Borka in 684. Drakov enters in 689, and then in 690, Falkovnia appears. See, it's like all these people come visit Strahd just to hang out until they get their own place, man.
He's like the staging ground.
He's
just such a staging ground. Welcome, potential Dark Lord. Let me give you your...
Welcome to the Dark Lord. Please make yourself at home until you prove yourself more powerful than me. Then you will get your own domain.
Maybe that's why Strahd's so maudlin, because he's just sitting on top of Castle Ravenloft going, they always leave
Everyone
me.
gets to come in and leave.
But
Screw the DM is the most commonly heard expression at the gaming table, if regardless of the DM.
Yes.
If you're doing your job right,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
probably. Or if you're doing
especially.
your job,
Especially if you're in the domains of
doing
dread.
your job.
If you're just doing your job. In the domains of dread, if they're not telling you to fuck off every so often, they're not scared enough. And to be fair, players, you're supposed to buy into well, my player wouldn't do that. Nah, let's try to buy into the trope a little bit, guys. This is here for fun. This is scary stuff. And while you may not be scared of an adventure that was written 30 years ago, your character in the world probably is. I mean, you figure you're going into Barovia. If you're going to run Death House, you're probably there second level, maybe third. First, I don't recommend because an animated set of armor is going to fuck you up. And then at the very end, the fucking shambling mound, because we're going to give it away. Why? Why, when it's a tier 1 adventure, are you throwing a shambling mound at your party? You're going to die. I admit it should be fair, so take a couple hit points off the shambling mound. Be nice. Maybe don't give it multi-attack.
Don't engulf.
Don't engulf. Absolutely. Do not.
Engulf.
But ultimately...
Attack two different people each time. That way you're not eligible for engulf.
There you go. That's fair. But ultimately, the narration for the start of Curse of Strahd, which is the Death House, is, in my opinion, if you have a good delivery and you read the entire adventure first, very good. I enjoy running it. I kind of do a bunch of different shit where I put spooky music on for the players, and make sure that I run it at night. Don't run this there in the daytime because they're not going to be scared enough yet. But at the end of that, you emerge out of the Death House and you enter into the land of Barovia. You're technically not past the gates of the Barovia yet, but you traverse to one of the 2 gates of Barovia and you enter into the land of Barovia to go to the town of Barovia. And now you are there and you are fucked for at least the next couple, maybe the year, if you're running the whole adventure. I thought
real quick.
Yeah.
Let me finish up the timeline stuff.
Yeah, sure,
I'm not
sure.
going to read through all of them. I had left off in Falkovnia in 690, and then you had Richlimont, Markovia, Drakov, and Darkon fight in 700.
Mm-hmm.
Liu, Arkandale, Haslan takes shape in 14, our Egyptian land. Lord Soth shows up in 720 in Scythicus, and then in 735 is the official start date of the Ravenloft campaigns. So this was the idea is when you played I6, the year should have been 735,
Mm-hmm.
according to the Barovian calendar.
Right.
So that's about 400 years, about 300 years later than the 5e puts us, right?
Yes, that is. It's exceptionally later, but that does fit into the timeline. The original should fit in the timeline, but it does. The new one doesn't. And I'm not sure why there's really not a whole lot of information about any of the new timeline changes. So I don't know if they've retconned some stuff or what.
I don't necessarily know that it really matters. Well, let me disagree with that statement. The moment you put down a timeline in a published source book, you need to adhere to your fucking timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Not give us 5 different timelines to confuse and muddy it. Well, they can use the one they want. No, use the one that you wrote.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Add to it if you need to. Move the timeline forward. Throw 50 more years of your cool shit happening.
Yeah. Absolutely.
At least that way we have the option of using what point the timeline we want,
Mm-hmm.
not having to use this or this or this or completely rewrite our own fucked up timeline.
Right, exactly. That's the thing too. Like historians in modern day do not go and talk about the Revolutionary War in 1800. They don't. They talk not the 1900. Sorry, they talk about the Revolutionary War in the 1800s when it actually occurred. Timelines are exceptionally important, and we did discuss this, especially with our Planescape session last week, where the DMs rely on that kind of stuff to keep all the facts straight, because there's a litany, a lattice work of other events that stem off of a specific time frame. There are other adventures that have been written that happen at specific times. There are other dark lords that show up and other dark domains that are created at a specific time. It's cool. The Domains of Dread are just the gothic horror version of the TV show Lost. Time doesn't matter. I didn't watch Lost. I watched the first episode and threw it away. I am very hard to get into a show. I will get mad at it and go, fuck this show. The Rings of Power still hold up though.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna mindless comments. Go for it.
But so going into it, because there's these massive epics that occur in every setting. So like in Faerun, you have the Spell Plague, you have the Days of Thunder, you have the Sundering and the Second Sundering. So these things are cemented in time, and I have, when I'm making campaigns, do actually anchor my time points off of these major epics. You're going to Neverwinter. The explosion of Mount Holt now is definitely going to be remembered by some of the elves that lived there, and probably some of your older humans, because it wasn't that terribly long ago. You have these things are important. So when you create, I agree with you, Dim. You make a timeline, stick to your damn timeline. Otherwise, you're going to leave us here going, what did they change? Nothing else fits now. And then,
but I think those Forgotten Realms is in and of itself the single most responsible for the most attempted homebrew worlds in the game history. Because it started out as something wonderful and got convoluted and discombobulated and reconstituted and then broken. Yeah, it's just poor thing. My heart goes out. I mean,
totally
great world, horrifyingly destroyed over its progression.
I just want the creators and the DMs who are responsible for it just to sit back and just, what have we done? I just want some remorse.
What did they do to my boy? Look at my boy.
And I will give Ed Greenwood some slack. Like maybe he sits back like, I swear, I made this thing and it was amazing and you guys took it and you ruined it. But so
Just can't have nice things.
I think it's funny though that Curse of Strahd is still lauded as the most popular adventure in D&D 5th edition. I don't necessarily think it's the best written one. I think there are better out there.
I agree. Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. I've got to be objective here. It's not as bad as I'll make it sound on my stream, and it's not because my biggest issue is the focus on the NPC and the strange way of assembling the 2 to 3 MacGuffins you need to kill him. Period. The end. It's got so much more potential than to be just a random fetch quest. Which is really kind of what it boils down to if we're being completely honest.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
So I think it takes, if you're willing to take another stab at it, take a scrape off of a layer of the fetch quest, add something in between the fetch and the giving of the fetch and the actual fetching, you can have more fun with it. You can build a lot more lore into it. You can involve it a little bit more instead of it being hinging on just scaring your players, terrifying your players, making them sigh, making them laugh, and then scaring, terrifying. You know, there's more to it to get them invested, I guess, instead of just grabbing one thing or another.
Chase, you're absolutely right. Regards to timeline, they kind of threw the baby out with the holy water. I feel like they didn't like having to reference all the 2E stuff, so to get the timeline right in the 5E. I think you might have a point there.
And dude, that just as a guy that screams RTFM to the world.
Yep.
If the motherfuckers that own the rights to the books can't be bothered to RTFM, how do you expect the players and the DMs to RTFM? You had that 3rd edition book called Ed Greenwood's fucking Timeline of the Forgotten Realms. One person that you paid could have sat there gone through with that. And went, okay, and gone, fucking crane technique and shit, man.
Well, I mean, but you think about it too. Like it's not like the people who made the original Ravenloft aren't still around making games with other companies. You could have, you have other resources. Monty Cook has.
Oh, great! The greatness of Monty Cook, the mind that gave us fucking Planescape.
Yep.
He's doing his own thing, and God bless him.
By the way, he has this game out. I think it's like the Gods of Appalachia. It's a good read. If you want to pick up something that's not D&D, it's a good read. He's still.
I wonder if I can throw it into some cyberpunk because they're about to crash the airship from New York on the way to Appalachias.
I believe the time frame is 1920s.
That's okay.
You could always massage that if you'd like.
Totally, totally.
But yeah, it's not like you didn't have subject matter experts around that you could pull. Chris Perkins, I feel, did he slapped it together. And I don't really give it a whole lot of credit because it's 90% to 95% the original adventure with some other stuff thrown in, but not much. Basically, it's like, how do we play this 2nd edition adventure in 5th edition mechanics?
But it's not that hard, man.
I'm literally taking I'm not a conversion specialist for editions. I'm taking the Grand Conjunction and running it in fifth edition. It's not hard, literally. The story stays the same, guys. Let's see. So going into Barovia, you have your city of Barovia. You have some really great settings. I'm personally a huge fan of Krezhik and Valaki are, in my opinion, really good locations. There's a lot of good flavoring, but it's not overly built out, so you couldn't add some other things there that are really really fun. I feel you could actually take some stuff out of it. It would still be great. I am not a huge fan of Blinsky. I think he's a creeper. And yeah, it's no fun. It's no Blinsky. No, I like Jim. I like your idea way better than Blinsky.
Yep.
But
Well, that only works if you have Naja and her doll there.
oh, okay.
If you're What We Do in the Shadows fan, you know.
But
oh, that stupid fucking bitch! Oh, my darling, I miss her so much.
but you have some great NPCs too. Madame Eva is one of my that scene with before the Taroka reading where they get to the camp at the Sir Pool is one of my favorite narratives to give to people because it's always a big event because you're about to get some knowledge dropped on you for the meat of this quest. Creepy little thing, yeah. The abbot at the monastery in Krezhik, great NPC that you could totally do some really amazing things with the fallen celestial idea. The Mad Mage at Mount Baratok. You don't like him? Why don't you like the Mad Mage?
That's fucking Mordenkainen.
So?
You're telling me Mordenkainen couldn't take Strahd?
Yes.
Bullshit.
I'm telling you, in the domain of dread, with a little bit of plausible suspension of belief, sure, why not? We don't know what year.
If you don't make it Mordenkainen, I'm okay with it. But the fact that they make that illusion pissed me right off. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a Mordenkainen like, oh, Mordenkainen's the coolest. Tasha's the fucking coolest. But I also understand power scales.
Absolutely.
And Mordenkainen is one of the top 3, maybe top 5, if you don't like him, power level active magic users in all of D&D lore.
Fair.
Come on, man. Bullshit. Those are the things that piss me off about modern D&D is they do so much, they take so many wizards, not modern D&D, excuse me, just to name drop shit, just to make your players feel like they're encountering something cool. They do these, and it just pisses me off. So I disagree with you on the Mordenkainen.
That's fine.
But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're absolutely good. Tangents are welcome and lovely. I think that what is it? I think that the early, like the way that they did it in the early Baldur's Gate games, like you're walking along and there's this wizard with a white beard, a red bent cap, and that's Elminster. But he just walked by. Thy adventurers are going to thou. You're like, and then he walks off. You're like, hey, that was a dude. But he doesn't do anything. He just talks to you. Totally fine.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Mistress Chosen does not have time to talk to you. I'm sorry.
Straight up.
But I don't. It's not.
Mordenkainen goes to Ravenloft to kill fucking Strahd. He doesn't show back up at a Circle of 8 meeting. 7 other archmages show up. It's over.
That's fair because you can. There is no disparagement about how hard it is to get into Barovia. Plane Shift and Wish do work to get into Barovia. Don't work to get out though. So maybe that might be a disclaimer for how would they get out, but I don't know.
Who's going to take his place? Fuck. None of us were pure heart enough for us to have freed the domain.
No. Well, he's gonna do it. We're just gonna wait. We're the circle of 7 right now. It's the
not the company of 7 again. We just outgrew that name.
Now Mordenkainen seated at the circle of 8 is the Siege Perilous from the Arthurian legend. We just don't sit there. But you also have Baba Lysaga or Baba Yaga, depending on how you want to flavor that one out.
Another thing that's Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga, I go with that one.
It can't be Baba Yaga because she's a badass. That's again someone that is on such a different power scale than anything in the domains. you're better off, unless you're using my version of it, making your Baba La Saga and just let
Yeah.
them do their thing.
Well, because absolutely. So you have Baba Lysaga, who is a Baba Yaga knockoff. Powers, she's technically like the stepmother of Strahd in some way. She's very matronly. She does like him, and she cares for him as much as she can. Mordenkainen was kind of an ass. Do we really need to hurry to save him? He is a little surly, but he'd probably be well welcome on this show. He's old. He's a little crotchety.
I do have to, on that side note, shout out appreciation to Mandy for using the original or the modern Mordenkainen art rather than the third edition fucking Ming the Merciless art.
You don't want Ming the Merciless swinging spells at you, around you? Like...
I mean, don't get me wrong, that's the Mordenkainen I grew up with, but I like the haired guy a little bit more.
The wizard steps forward, he takes his robe off. This 8-pack of abs just shows up with these pecs of steel, and meteor swarm just falls from the sky.
Straight up. No, yes, you know what I'm talking about, St. He looks straight up like fucking Max von Sydow, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Too close, man. It's like, you take him serious, really? Ming, I mean, Mord. I mean, you know.
Yeah, the dude, the wizard guy. So you have Baba Lysaga, who's a great NPC for the party to deal with and potentially fight. You have one of my favorites was the Lich Exithanter in the Amber Temple, but I didn't play him evil. He was more just like, I'm kind of just lonely, and I read all these books. I'm kind of bored. What are you guys up to? And then the party gave him a book, and he's like, ooh, and then friend. But the Amber Temple is a great map in my opinion. I enjoyed it as well. I don't really go much into the werewolves because I feel like the power scale that they're at by the time they get to where the werewolves are, it's like, I'm not throwing 10 fucking werewolves at you guys so you're scared, and I don't want to deal with lycanthropy. But
oh, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of good things. There's a lot of fights here that I feel aren't scaled correctly. Like the hag fight, it's a TPK for the party. If you throw all 3 hags at them, they're probably level 5 by the time they get there. It's a rough fight. They got to pull some shit out of their ass, and it's better to throw them at them piecemeal, one by one. Don't put them all at the mill. Let them meet Morgantha on the road to the mill, and then deal with the other 2. But all in all, I think that, there's a lot of flavor here. Definitely some wiggle room for a DM to go over. And that's Barovia in a 35-minute long nutshell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to take a really quick break after. Oh, go ahead, Jim. Then we'll take a break.
No, I was about to say, ultimately, that's Cloud is kind of sandwiching our discussion where we started talking about with, it's just a fetch 3-item quest.
Yep.
Missing a layer of coolness.
Yep.
And Cloud is describing a lot of really cool locations that can give you that coolness, but it's up to me and you as DMs, as creators, to make the coolness, and it's up to us to know our parties, and that's where our new DMs fucking burn out.
Yes, sir.
And not only say burn out, flame out.
Mm-hmm. They go down. They get on fire.
Horrible fucking. This is a huge module that you get your brain around.
Yep.
And you've never ran a game before, but this is gonna be your first thing. Nah, son, please. Dragons of Stormwreck Isle is okay.
You could. I mean, there are definitely a lot of other adventures that would be better to get your teeth sharpened on. My biggest fun with this that I feel like a lot of DMs need to work towards is just a lot of it goes into description. You have to paint the scene correctly. You have to insert the fear, the macabre, the eeriness of it all. Otherwise, you go into a room, it's a thatched house, it's falling apart. There's a lady inside and she's stirring a pot. Moving on. No. The house has chicken legs and it walks around and she's, putting in clumps of flesh inside. You got to flavor it up.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get back.
Yeah. So we're going to take a real quick break, guys. We're going to stretch our legs, grab a drink, and we'll be right back.
Put my cat down and get more coffee.
5 to 10 minutes.
Cuties.
We'll see you guys in a minute.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty, we are back. Hello, folks. Thank you for letting us have a break. Need to stretch the legs and get more drinky drinks because talking is a lot. Huh? Oh, not me.
Oh shit! It's still on the Be Right Back screen.
Mm,
Unless we got really big lag.
we might have really big lag.
Okay.
Cool. Let me know if it.
Yep, there it goes.
Okay, cool.
I see it now.
I need to. I need a new GPU.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
think.
just super big lag.
So
That's okay.
yeah. So that's Barovia in the nutshell. I'm not really going to go into the Curse of Strahd in and of itself. It's an adventure that's been around for a long time. If you have any insight or any questions about the adventure you'd like us to go into, please put it in the chat. Be more than happy to talk about it. But until then, so for a DM and a player who's probably run I6 Ravenloft, at least played it a couple times, it's a little. What you want some newness to it. So Jim, you run this up at the shop. How does your campaign differ?
Vastly. It's more comedy horror. A lot more on the comedy side, which makes the horror side more horrifying, was what I find.
Okay.
First and foremost, I completely redrew the regional map, rearranged the cities, did everything slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Still small region, flat area over here, the mountains in the middle, lake here, not too much different, just rearranged a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
But the premise for the overall adventure is, in regards to players, no different. Hello, Gummy.
Hey,
Good
Gummy.
to see you. They're getting sucked into the mists of Barovia. You know, the legendary mists. The many travelers have fallen into the mists and never returned. Typical for them, but for me, on my side of it, the entire premise is the module S5 Dancing Hut of Baba Yaga.
Mm-hmm.
Baba Yaga, Queen of Hags, super fucking powerful creature. She's got one stat block, technically, officially speaking, and it was given in that module. Outside of that, she's always been spoken of as near deific power, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The plot of that module is that she decides that she wants to capture death. So, using her dancing hut, which can go wherever she wants, whenever she wants, she has been collecting decks of many things. Because the lesser deaths within the decks, right?
Yeah.
So her goal is to trap the minor deaths in such a way that it forces death itself, to treat with her, providing her the guarantee of immortality. So, this ties in with the relationship between her and Igwilf, knowing that Igwilf created the god trap with Zagig back in the Greyhawk timeline that allowed Zagig to trap several gods and demigods and put him into deific place. Baba Yaga drags Igwilf and says, we're going to go where death is in control of everything, and that way we control him. Takes her to the domain of dread, so they start building their machine. Strahd can't do a fucking thing about these two powerhouses in his realm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Players come in. They don't know that that's the spiel when they come in. That's the main time. The main thing is they have to deal with Baba Yaga trying to capture death. It just happens to be set in Barovia. So because this has happened, a lot of other strange beings have come into Barovia in the past period of time, namely a group of vampires. They seem to be lost in time and space, similar to the players. They're from some place called Stanton Island. They've renamed Volaki into New Stanton. And have taken it over as basically the mayors or their leaders or whatever. But they don't want to be there either because they want to... Oh, yes, this is more than our street and Ashley Street, but this is not the entire world. We must go back and return to Stanton Island and take over there, yes? So they're stuck here. Nandor is powerful enough to absolutely fucking smoke Strahd in a fight. Because we know this from what we do in the Shadows lore.
Mm-hmm.
Nandor the Relentless is a hell of a fighter. But he was told by Madame Eva, if you defeat him, you shall replace him. So he don't want to be here.
Okay.
So the vampire quartet, as it were, is kind of just bunkered down, living life, waiting for whatever to happen. Mm-hmm. Once in a while, Strahd shows up, challenges Nandor, because Strahd knows that he's fucked. He wants it to end, and this is a chance for it to truly end.
Yeet!
Finally, finally, a true successor to my power has arrived. No, you go away now, Scott. Good to see you. Slam this fucking guy. So that's the little subplot that keeps my players kind of interested in silliness, right? I dropped a little bit of young Frankenstein in there. Gene Hackman's character is the map maker, the blind guy. Go figure that. So they consult with the blind map maker. I replaced the revenants at Argon Volstholt with the D&D cartoon kids.
Who's gonna make espresso?
Some mean ass DM, as they said. A little guy in a red robe dropped us off here and said that we were supposed to kill the thing on the castle, but he killed us and threw our weapons away. And if we can't find our weapons, we're trapped here as ghosts. So the kids replaced the revenants at the dragon thing. I replaced Blinsky with Mathiel von Habsborough. His goal is to bring his child back to life. He's a necromancer artificer, and he has a slaymate of 3rd edition fame as his little girl. And he realizes Naja's doll has this animus in it, so the players get caught in between Naja and Matiel in the doll thing. A bunch of stupid plots going along while they slowly learn about what's going on with Baba Yaga capturing death, basically.
But see, that makes a good adventure. I mean, if you take Curse of Strahd, it's a very linear adventure. You start off at the bottom right of the map, you go up to the north center, and you go all the way down to the bottom left of the map, and you're basically done getting all the things and the stuff. And maybe you have to go into Castle Ravenloft to get one of the things and the stuff, which could be fun. Strahd could invite you to dinner. I've not had a party yet that actually is like would accept that invitation.
I've had one party dine with him.
Oh,
I was trying to play up on the dark seductive side of it, because that's how it's a lot. That's one of the main descriptors they give you to run Strahd is try to use your charisma to romantically enthrall or seduce one of the players, as awkward as that is for a brand new DM to have to do, or even an experienced DM. So that was, and it was interesting. It was fun. The players were in good spirit. She was in good spirit with it, and I discussed it above the table with her as well. Hey, I'm 3 of you at the table. Neither of these dudes are going to be any fun to mess with. Do you mind? She's, oh, that'd be cool.
you got to do that, though. Otherwise, it's creepy DM time, and we don't do creepy DM time.
Dude, and there's a lot of potential for that in Strahd and domains in general.
You watch any vampire movie, and they are very eroticism and seductive, and so to play
very sensual in regards to the sights and the sounds and the whole scene setting. So. It's definitely something that you got a trigger warning your table with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I mean, I'm fortunate my wife plays at the game, so she drags the rest of the ladies along to see how red they can make me turn.
Friendly fire.
Babe, really? Go on.
That reminds me of the story he told. I think it was our first session. Like, no, you seduced my wife, and you do a good job of it.
Well, and thankfully, on a side note, the player that we were doing the straw thing with was the same girl, so it wasn't anything awkward. It was already, I mean, it was her husband got a kick out of the whole thing, So, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It's part of the setting, the gothic horror. Part of that is romantic. Part of that is seductive, and carrying that through in a playable manner is what can collapse a campaign as well. It's really hard to romance 6 characters at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, currently I got 3 going on in my heartbeat, and I'm exhausted at the end of the fucking night, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I mean, because it's not just planning what you're going to say and trying to be charismatic. It is watching the mood of the table. I froze. Wait, why froze? Hold.
Internet die?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on a second.
Oh, shit.
This is annoying as F. Hold, please.
Okay, we're good.
Are we? Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, we're back-ish. There's a big old super lag.
Sorry, I had to go wake up the hamster in my PC tower. It's late for him.
I'm getting tired.
But
I'm getting tired too.
yeah, but there's a lot to manage there with the DM of playing a good, true to form of a master vampire in Strahd is this alluring, you know, attractive, very romantic villain. Got to temper check with your players. You definitely have to do a session 0 where you give some content warnings and figure out where everybody's sensibilities lie, and also you have to let them know where yours lie as a DM as well, because
Yeah.
you know we are players too, and we have to deliver these lines and we have to play these parts, and there are things that even like I'm kind of with a lot of things, but the flirting with my players I'm really not a huge fan of, so I allude to a lot of things.
Hello?
Hey, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I think we're live.
Don't know, man. It's
Oh.
weird interwebs tonight.
Oh yeah,
But-
I got kicked off for a minute.
Okay, so it wasn't me. I was freaking out. Going,
Nope,
"Damn it."
not you.
Opened up like 9 other tabs and bogged myself down. That's working. That's working. That's working. That's oh no, it's nothing's working.
I don't know what the deal is with my computer. Like it does not do multiple things very well. It does one thing exceptionally well, and that's it. But I apologize.
RAM.
I 60 gigs, man. 60 gigs of RAM.
Got 120.
Oh, I will get more RAM.
But I've got a newer machine. My machine's only 2 years old. And I
mine's
was like, I need something that's going to upgrade, and we spent the money on it. So
That's good. I mean, I am due for an upgrade. I've had mine for, I think this is the 6th year I've had it.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, if you can get five working years out of a machine, another 3 or 4 lax years out of a machine, that's not bad.
yeah, I agree. Just take my money, damn it.
8 years out of, dude. I mean, honestly, for me, it's my machines usually run about an 8-year life cycle between. It's mine for the first 3 or 4 years, and it goes to the older kid. That one goes to the younger kid, and eventually makes its way through incoming. Hell, all right, good to see you back. Welcome back. Sorry about that.
But so the there are sensibilities you have to make your players abreast of, yours and theirs. And also too, there's a good amount of gore if you do it right. There should be a good amount of gore to it. Oh, I got a raid. Thank you, Mandy.
Hello, Mandy. Hello.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Sexy Sloth. Hello's all.
We are talking Barovia today, at the request of Jim K. Bones. So we've gone over some of the domains of the domains of dread. We've gone over most of the campaign of Curse of Strahd, just very lightly touched on it, not any of the finer points. And we're now kind of just, I guess we're just kind of bullshitting, really. So after going over a lot of the research material that I've been looking at,
No spoilers now, sexy. No spoilers. We're just talking about some of the challenges of running and playing the game.
Absolutely.
Not anything specific. So please, we'd love to have you in the chat. Love to have you asking questions.
Absolutely.
We will give you spoiler warnings before we get into spoilers. But I mean, just kind of ending, kind of circling back on what you were saying before all the internet hubbub screwed us over. You gotta have fun as a DM as much as a player, and if you're not comfortable being the dark romantic, hey, how are you doing? And you're not able to do that, but if you can do that and have fun, your players can have fun and participate. That's fun.
Yep.
But if you feel awkward as a DM and you're not able to do that confidently, your players are gonna smell that, and it's gonna break the immersion. The gore that you were about to speak to, the meanness and the domination sometimes that you have to play as some of the bad guys. I feel bad, and it's like people are paying me to act like this to them, but okay. But it's still with the context of it's still a game. You got to make sure that you're able to hit that sweet spot of we're all into it in the moment, but no one's into it in their person. In their mind, as a player, you got to be able to find that sweet spot between engaging the character without upsetting the player.
Mandy, why are you trying to trigger me?
They're to be beaten down.
You do not want to be a pallylock. I'm gonna bring that up tomorrow. Apparently, Mandy wants to be just be an ill rigger.
Lawful Evil Pally from issue 106 that we were looking at.
Yeah, way back
Friday on my
in Friday.
stream.
Yeah. I run Call of Cthulhu and enjoy it. I don't have a problem with turning bad guys, gals in D&D. I don't have a problem with running bad guys, gals. Yeah, that's fair.
Welcome back, Jim. We had a little bit of an internet oop and doop, if that's even a word. Welcome back. We're good. Yeah, don't play or shame.
Don't party. I'm sorry.
Howdy Lux. Well, I mean, dude, my Salt Marsh group tonight, I just leveled them to 6. 2 of them were like, can we multi-class in Bard? Oh, I want to multi-class in Bard. Well, you're a rogue. Why are you multi-classing in Bard? Well, I got okay charisma and I got good dexterity. You're a sorcerer. Why are you... Well, duh. We just both want healing. How about how y'all go in the parking lot and fight, and whoever loses has to make the cleric, and y'all stop being bitches?
Yeah,
okay?
no shit. I was in a conversation with one of my newer one-shot players, and they were asking, like, what are my opinions on multi-classing? And I'm saying, honestly,
I don't even care anymore.
We differ.
I don't even care.
I do. I told you, my hill. I'm gonna die on this hill.
Yeah.
And you don't, and you can totally not care. My players play for free. Damn it, I'm allowed to have opinions.
Absolutely. Apples, oranges. What do we say? P and P versus F and F, man. Paid in public, which is on my side. Friend and family, which is your side.
Yep, absolutely. But also, too, at the same time, I do counsel all of my players to go find other DMs and play with them, too, because everybody has their own flavor. But as for multi-classing, there are so many different subclasses for every class in D&D that, I know. If you want to be the healer, go take a what is that? The magic adept.
Magic initiate.
Yeah, magic initiate, and go be
adept initiative. Yeah.
Go take a cleric initiative and go and get some cure wounds or something. But my thing is that if I'm held to these standards, because I hold myself to these standards of, is the campaign holding up to the timeline? Is it holding up to the setting? Is it holding up to what I look for as a player in D&D, which is being correct? Does your character hold water, or are you just building this, crazy, I can do all the fucking things and I don't want to rely on my party to do anything?
Well, here's the thing. Multi-class, way above the curve for the first 5 levels. Mm-hmm. Kind of flat in that mid-tier, and then way up at the end tier. Most campaigns don't make it to the end tier.
Nope.
So your multi-class players are sitting at level 10 going, God, I really need 2 more levels so I can finish this build. And you're like, the campaign's over, son. Sorry.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't care.
It's the crap that I give.
Like in 20 levels, you're going to be great. But we're not running 20 levels, man. So you're nerfing your character around level 8 to 12, brother. But go for it. Because they had to drop an API, and then they had to drop to maximize their main, and then they drop another at level 8 to get their multi-class.
Plus,
now I have 2 less feats. Fuck them.
Plus, they drop their capstone trait too, which is the level 20 that they usually get, which is in some of them pretty damn nice. Multi-classing really should have ended with 3.5 D&D, and even then, it was only needed for a prestige class. When I was first looking into D&D, I was really hoping they would bring back prestige classes, but the power scope that they have currently, I mean, what are you going to do at level 20 to a paladin who's basically a demi-celestial?
You see, and that's fair. And the thing with prestige classing, we were building our characters backwards. Mm-hmm. You knew from when you wrote down your character, all of as you were building it, I have to take this here, this here, this here, this here, this here, this here. Took a lot of the fun out of the play. I can't wait till I finally get here because I've been doing all of this so I can get here. Mm-hmm. And that's the same with multi-classing in 5e, and I let people find out the hard way.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that I used to battle heavily. I still, obviously, you can't, it's still got to make sense. You can't be a warlock and a cleric. No, fuck you, sorry.
No.
You can't be a warlock and a pally. Fuck you, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But you can, most of the areas, how are you doing it?
Mm-hmm.
How's it make sense if you do it? Sure, fine, go for it.
Mm-hmm. And I will.
They're nerfing their own characters.
Mm-hmm. I will say, actually, I do have a very favorite spot for players who want to multi-class that's not optimized, but more for flavor of their character. If you want to build a level 1 rogue that's going to go not paladin, and then go cleric afterwards because he's seen the light,
I found
change
the light,
his ways,
dude. Yeah.
that works for me, because that happens. That makes perfect sense. Is that an optimized build? No, because rogues dex based and clerics are whiz based. So you're gonna have a bit of a problem with your stats. But if you are looking for a playable character that's fun and is engaging in the hopefully 60% of the time you're not in combat, that would be an amazing thing for your DM to have to work with. I look forward to those characters.
Well, it's like the Ranger Rogue standard now.
Right.
It's not even an option. You're taking a 2-level dip in a Ranger if you're playing a Rogue minimum. You know, so you can get that extra sneak attack on top of your Colossus Slayer, on top of. You know, so.
Don't you get me started, Jim. You couldn't be
I
a druid and a
understand.
ranger. Required alignments be damned. I miss required alignments, damn it.
Well, yeah, Mythic tier obviously is an option. I'm going to, as much as I advocate for 5e as an old dude who grew up in Beckme 1e, the end game, the high level sucks for 5e.
Yep,
It's not very fun for anyone, other than saying, kind of like been there, done it, like climbing Mount Everest, so to speak. Not necessarily it's as nearly the Herculean feat, but those dudes ain't gonna go do it twice.
No.
You know, and most of your campaigns are gonna be like, yeah, I played level 21. Dude, combat takes for fucking ever. The DM struggled so much it was either killing us instantly or we were walking through the fights, blah blah blah. The game's not balanced for high end play.
Hey, Havoc. He's just helping.
And she was gross and Mac. Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, Havoc. Thanks for dropping in.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, obviously, you know.
But before you close off on that, like think about it. Like, okay, I've taken one campaign to level 20 so far, and at the end of it, they're fighting Tharizdun in the realm of chaos, and they beat him. What the fuck else are they gonna do after that? No, you guys get to go off into the sunset. Oh, we have to retire our characters? Unfortunately, yeah, you just killed the major evil of the fucking worlds. Worlds, plural.
Yeah, come on, man. Exactly. So I you know, but the flip side of that is I guess if you're looking at the you know, it kind of reminds me of the old Beckme crawl. Basic, and now we got expert. You guys have been playing in dungeons for the first couple levels. And that's where you started, was dungeons and basic. And here's outdoor adventures and expert. Okay, now you guys are level 9-ish, and you've got resources and retainers and all that. Let's take you to companion and start establishing strongholds and kingdoms and politics and all that, because that's what you should be doing at this level of a character. You know, and then you went to masters where you're so much greater than, you're now an Elminster, you're now a Mordenkainen, you're now a Tasha, and then you go from that to immortal. And dude, the enjoyment and the engagement with that series went like that.
Yeah.
Most people tapped out at companion. We used all the monsters to go to immortal and stuff because they were fun to fight.
Yeah.
But the concepts of progressing through that weren't very fun even then. And I don't think we've really approached that level of play since then for reasons, you know?
See, I don't know that there's a way to actually handle that problem. I think that that's a logistical, real problem that you're going to get with any game. High tier combat, unless you're starting off at such a low tier, like, because let's face it, level 1 adventurers are not commoners. They are not.
Yeah.
They're not the normal. Greg the garlic farmer doesn't pick up a sword and he's a fighter now. No.
I don't know, man. Hamish the fruit seller will kick your ass. No, you go get your carrots elsewhere. Did you just attack me?
We're gonna.
Whoosh. Were you with him?
My favorite NPC is the guy right outside of Bossing saying, "My cabbages!" Love that dude.
Odyssey of Theros added mythic battles. Yeah, 100% Jim K. Bones.
Yeah.
And the both DM's Guide 14 and 24 give you optional rules for extended play beyond 20. But you don't get a whole hell of a lot of guidance as a DM or actual structured monsters or encounters or anything to take your players to 20, much less past. The only published adventures, 2 of them, Vecna Eve of Ruin and Dungeon of the Mad Mage, are the only 2 in 10 years of publication that took you near to level 20, hypothetically.
Yep.
Even the creators of the game avoid the end game.
They do.
I mean, now here's the flip side. TSR are end game and back when 1E2E was strong. And you had like a lot of shit at high, kind of a little bit, and then a lot of shit at the end. you know.
But even if you're looking at second edition, like I was looking at second edition for tier 4 play in Ravenloft, there's only 2 modules in Ravenloft that go up to tier 4 that I was able to find. So it's not like it was tier 4 adventures are they're a logistical nightmare. They take forever. Most of the shit your party can do at the time is like they just go away, and it as a DM it's hard to present a actual challenge for a party like you could in tier 2, tier 3.
Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of been part of the. That's part and parcel for the game, and I'd say it through nostalgic rose-colored glasses, old man glasses, that it worked better in older editions. But there wasn't a whole hell of a lot else that my players could do in older editions.
Fair.
First edition, I cast a spell, I attack, I shoot. Say versus poison or die. I die. Okay.
Yep. I was laughing my ass off. You're going over monsters this last week in your stream, and a lot of it is save or poison. If they fail, they die. They fucking die? They just die? Holy shit. Everything is power word kill. What the hell?
Yeah, it puts the dungeon in D&D. I actually, and most of my peers will probably try to come over here and kick me nuts, but I prefer the layout of Dungeon of the Mad Mage versus the original second edition, first edition Undermountain. I hated how it kept going out and out and out. Oh, okay, yeah, let's add another. Oh, okay, we'll add one more. Dude, there's a coast over here. There's a cliff over there. What part of this dungeon don't poke out and the rest of the fucking world is sitting around here, man?
That's what,
I love that they went down.
And that's when they they go extra planar space.
No, it reminds me of like the old original Castle Greyhawk, the ruins of Castle Greyhawk. Wedding cake design, love it. Love the classic. So that's one of those. Whether you admit, I'm agreeing with you, St. Andrew. DOMM does a great job of reorienting Undermountain, in my opinion. It makes it make sense, makes it more playable than it used to be.
I absolutely agree with that. I think that and it does fit into as well, like the yawning portal aspect of going down into the Mad Mage. And to be fair, it reminds me of the layout now reminds you a lot of the original Diablo, where you would go into the cathedral, and it's just a cathedral, but there's many layers of the cathedral. And what better aspect to sit there and we need to go rest, go get the bucket, we're gonna go back up.
Yeah. And there was and those dungeons, the old school dungeons like that, well, I'm saying old school, but the DOMM pulls a lot out of that vertical design. Is you're actually clearing it, so you don't have to worry about shit coming in from above you if you did the work.
Yep.
Down a little bit, okay. Remember up on level 3, there was that long hallway that had the stairways that led up to that top room. Let's go ahead and rest up there. We'll see anything come for 100 feet. So it felt like you're making progress through a dungeon as well on those kind of scales versus a lateral dungeon where, okay, we cleared this corner. Okay, well, everything just wandered in from those corners to that corner. Let's start from scratch.
Hey, Dirt.
Hello, Dirt Face.
But that 100-foot hallway, that's a great example. You have your wizard cast alarm at the very end of that, and you guys just take a rest, and you can knock a bow, and by the time it takes most things 100 feet to get to you.
But you take a look at your old mega dungeons, Dragon Mountain, Return to the Hawk, New Undermountain even. They're all built in areas where you can obviously see this is an easily clearable and defendable area. You can set up here for a long rest. And those are the things that are necessary and designed to progress through. Nothing, we're just randomly bullshitting. We started out with the Domains of Dread, kind of talking some Strahd earlier in our stream, and now we're just middle of the night stream of consciousness, Dirtface. What do you want to chat about, man? Throw it in there.
Whatever pops into your mind, sir. We did some vampires earlier, and now we're just, like you said, just kind of shooting the shit.
One thing Jim K said earlier, a lot of third-party content needed. Need is a strong word, but a lot of third-party content available. That's probably the better way to say it. Of varying qualities and varying balance, which will still require you to do significant homebrew to make work to an extent, depending on what you're wanting to do. But they're good tools. They're good tools to have in your toolbox. they may give you that extra little structure, that extra first little step to get into epic level gameplay.
Yep.
No doubt about it, you know. And you know what? Ain't no one stopping you from adding +10 to every one of your monster's armor classes and adding a 0 to that hit point and keeping on playing, guys, you know?
Yep, exactly.
Lost Boys, abso-fucking-lutely.
That's a fucking amazing movie.
Absolutely. One of my favorite vampire movies of all time, man. Even the double Corys were not irritating in that movie. Jason Patrick, Kiefer Sutherland.
I think Kiefer Sutherland did
cast.
yeoman's work in that movie. He did make a good portion of that movie really good.
He was absolutely terrifying and vicious in that movie, man. Jamie Gertz, dude. And let's not forget the oiled saxophone at the beginning. 'Cause this is what this movie needed, is a muscular oiled saxophone player.
Yep. It was the 80s. I mean,
Dude, I'm like...
why waltz when you can rock and roll? Hell yeah.
Dracula, the dirty old man, Kung Pao Dracula.
I mean, isn't that basically in the shadows? Into the shadows?
What we do in the shadows?
What we do in the shadows? Yeah. I do like the spin you put on it though, Jim, because like one of the hard things about running Curse of Strahd, if you do it well, is that the party loses their motivation after time. It's constantly waiting on them, the morose environment. You got to give them areas to bring some levity. One of the first things that the Mandalorians did.
Thank you for that call out. I was just
Tim
wondering.
Capello.
I was like,
Wow,
the moment
he
you
knew?
say you cannot mention that movie without someone going, that's that dude with that. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No worries.
No, you're, and that's why how I'm running it is actually easier to run. Scary.
I believe it.
Because they're silly, they're having fun. When they are walking down the street and you hear thuds and thumps and crunches, you see the boards along the windows vibrating. You can hear things starting to beat the walls down, and I start dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You know, and everyone's like, the door bursts open and a zombie shambles out in an orange jumpsuit, followed by 15 more. They're like, oh my god, this is a thriller video, and they go fucking nuts and they have a great time. But when something bad happens, it's bad.
Yeah.
So it's easier to keep the hat. Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Tina Turner and
But
Jack
it was
Gunship,
easier
yep.
to keep. It's easier to keep make the tension happen when everything's kind of off kilter but fun. This is completely silly, but it's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
And it goes from being silly and a little fucked up to, oh, that's a whole hell of a lot of fucked up really quick.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
and then when you do that to them, they're really cautious about coming back in. Okay, ha 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 ha, ah ha ha ah.
All horror needs is an occasional comedic break, otherwise it just becomes drudgery. Even the Lovecraftian horror needs a moment of humor. Absolutely. I think that, like, so one of my favorite vampire movies is Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Gary Oldman one. And it gets such a bad rap because there are...
Anthony Hopkins was funny as hell in that movie, dude.
But he was the only thing that was funny, and it was just in the part where you meet him, that 10, 15 minutes where he first gets introduced, and then a little quip here and there, and that's it. So ultimately, it's a very heavy movie, and there's no levity in it at all. It's a depressing love story between the loves of ages lost, which is... Yeah, I know, Mandy hates that movie. I'm a fan. But it gets a lot of bad rap because there's no flow. It's just down into the depths we go. So I agree, absolutely. If you want to make a good horror movie, you got to throw some comedy in there. Let's see. Legend has it Sutherland's character in Stand By Me aces David. Gary Oldman is... I think it's one of my favorite Gary Oldman movies myself. I do listen to him talk.
Drexel, he was a badass with them dreads. I'm not going to lie, but I still prefer him in The Professional.
Didn't see it. Is that the one?
No, Natalie Portman's first fucking movie.
Okay, I know the movie. I just not seen it.
He was woo in that movie, dude.
I thought Jean Reno was good in Mission Impossible. I thought he actually played really good in that movie.
No, I was talking about Gary Oldman, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Young Frankenstein, yes. Mm-hmm. The Professional is what. Yeah, I think that's my favorite Gary Oldman role overall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen a flavoring, a third-party content of reflavoring the Abbott as a Dr. Frankenstein type character, and I'm like, why do that when you could just throw them over to what is that, Mordredu or the one? With...
Lamordia.
The Mordia,
Victor
thank you.
Mordenheim.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Victor or Victra, depending. Just remember, second edition, it was Victor Mordenheim, and it was definitely 100% parallel with the Frankenstein. Fifth edition brings us Victra Mordenheim, still basically a Frankenstein, but in my opinion, a much better story.
Yes.
A much better story aligned with the creation of the monster. Plus, Lamordia is just a fucking cesspit, man. You know? It's a frozen in town. It goes between steampunk industry and whaling for and if you're not working in one of the strange alchemy or steam industries, you're out there gathering whales so you can blubber down for oil to run all the rest of it. It's a cool setting, really really creepy. You can find it in both second and fifth.
Yep.
Lamordia was well done in Van Richten's, in my opinion. Yeah, if you want to do Frankenstein, go there, man.
Yeah.
And guess what? Your gypsy.
Oh, you said it.
Your Vistani.
Vistani. Gonna get us a content warning.
I'm tired. Normally I'm really good. I'm tired. Your Vistani are allowed to transit through the domains and through the mist, and it's just a hop, skip, and a jump called DM Fiat.
Yep.
To have them take your party with them on some other trip to another place. You're not always stuck in Barovia.
No, but
One last Lost Boy nugget. A biker, he has a 1% pin attached as well. Oh my god, I never even noticed that.
Oh.
Interesting.
Huh. I have to go rewatch that. I haven't watched the movie in like 10 years. It's a good movie though.
I watched it. It was on it made its run on Netflix a few months back, and I watched it a couple times.
Right on. What else? Also too with Strahd, if you don't want to play the flirty vampire, which you don't have to, he is not the BBEG that you meet at the end of the campaign. He appears and fucks with the party throughout the entire campaign. It's not usually written, but he should. He should go through.
It's suggested.
Yes.
But this is another one of those touchy places as the DM. If you're gonna put him in there in a position in a moment where your players are like can't touch him, can't do shit, players being players are gonna poke the bear.
Yep.
Be willing to fucking drop a bitch.
Yep.
Okay?
I
Sorry.
totally agree with that 100%. I mean, I've had players that they might get a little mouthy to Strahd and backhand against the wall. You're unconscious. I don't roll. No, you don't roll. You're just unconscious. He showed up to kidnap one of the players, and you're just paralyzed. We can't save her. I'm like, no, you can't move.
Yep. Okay, everyone give me a DC 20 Constitution check and a DC 20 Wisdom check.
Have fun in Black Ops, Dirt.
You're going to fail one of those, yeah. Black Ops, take care of Dirtface. Appreciate you being here. You get bit, and now Vampire.
Not yet. Possibly. It was like sessions. It was session 2 or 3 in Barovia, and Lex got bit.
By Strahd?
But yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You're.
I'm mean.
Interesting. I mean, if the party's along with it, they're like he likes me. I know like him. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Good to see you, Bomb Tech. Thanks.
Hey,
for the
Bomb
raid
Tech.
there.
Right on.
The executioner lives. So, but yeah, it's comfort level for. Well, the thing is, you got to be able to. You got to. Again, it goes back to the confidence of being able to play out this, this very complex, tragic yet painfully simple and pathetic NPC in such a way your players don't catch the second half of it.
Yeah.
And most players coming into a Curse of Strahd know this.
That's
Dude,
not a
you're
question.
not.
That's not a question.
What?
Hey Jim, Strahd versus Drelsna, who wins?
Duh.
That's Drelsna every day.
Drelsna is shaming you in your crazy brain for even writing that, Chase. Wow, I'm gonna copy paste that, and on Wednesday I'm gonna say, "Hey, look what Chase said in the middle of the night, y'all."
Oh, I'll get you a screenshot right now. My camera might freeze, so give me a second.
Canonically speaking, all bullshitting aside, she's a level 12 vampire stat in 1E. Strahd's a level 7 vampire stat in stat block in 1E. Level 8 stat block in 1E.
Okay.
So that's if we're talking genuine mathematical comparisons, because we're about that life here. Drelsna is the end boss in S4, Lost Caverns of Soth Canth. Strahd is, which was your special series. Strahd was your end boss in I6, Ravenloft, which is your intermediate series. So, I mean, it's not even me being a homer or a simp or whatever you want to say. It's statistically speaking.
Well, Jim, that's a great question. Do you simp for Drelsna?
Her mama.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you simp for one person, one person only.
Almighty Witch Queen Igwil.
Every time you minimize your window and I see your background on your computer, I'm like, that's his Goyle.
Dude, yeah, I mean, even Cindy give me shit. Well, what's worse about it is I didn't mean it, but my OCD, my neurodivergent shows up, and whenever I grab my mouse, I always center it before I do anything. And the center of the picture is like right there on my desktop image. She was watching me click through some shit, and she couldn't help it to give me shit.
Yeah.
You gotta put your mouse there every fucking time. Don't you? I'm sorry. It's a compulsive thing. I center my mouse.
Poor Purple.
Loves torturing me though. It's okay. It's all good. It's all in love.
Boobies. Thank you for the boobies.
But anyway, the confidence to be able to play and we're talking Strahd specifically, but we're not talking Strahd. The same things apply to everyone else. Vecna. The Vecna is the big popular. Now that Stranger Things 5's out again, I guarantee I'm going to get bombarded with messages. You run a Vecna campaign at the shop? No, I'm not. But Vecna is one of those other beings of absolute immense power that interacts with your players at multiple points that you've got to be able to portray in such a way that they're powerful yet engaging and not set yourself up for stupid antics along the way or down the line. So you got to be really prepared to play these big powers that interact with your players at various levels.
Absolutely. That goes well beyond reading the book. I mean, you do have to RTFM, but you also have to do some thinking as to what is their prime goal here, because it's not going to lay out. They don't put it on page one of the reason Vecna is doing what he's doing or the reason Strahd is doing what he's doing is because of blah. You got to kind of infer that and probably complicate it a bit more to actually round out the character, because he should be complex. It's not just like, I'm looking for my lost love Tatiana. No, there's more to it than that. You know, the thought that he's just sitting there waiting for another adventuring party to come through is like probably fucking Christmas for him. Like, oh, somebody else to fuck with that's not a Barovian? Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that says the reason that Ayaz's lands are in shadow is just because Igwilv is going to let Drelsna have his lands.
If you follow the old TSR Dragon magazine and other lore, then Igwilv has only one thing that she's ever loved in her life, and that's Drelsna. Just let's be honest, she's banged her way across the multiverse and gained lots of power along the way. Okay, you know, I'm not going to try to defend the girl. I mean, you use your wits and you use your wiles, and being the daughter of Baba Yaga is no small benefit.
Right. I mean, that's absolutely fair though, and I like that inference there, because I don't see any other reason. That just seems to fit. Vampires in the Mist, good insight into Strahd's manipulations. Havoc. Is that
extent maybe?
Yeah.
I think is that one of the books from the Ravenloft series? I'm not.
That's what I was about to ask him to kind of expand on that a little bit more in chat. If you don't mind, Havoc, I'm not sure if you're.
Please do, because I was like, say, Gorillas in the Mist, give me the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm not a Strahd fan. It's a novel.
It's a novel. Okay, cool. I have not read the Ravenloft novels. I will say that because I don't have time to read other stuff. I'm reading D&D stuff.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was one of the Ravenloft novellas. There's 25 or 30 of them.
Yeah, there's
for Ravenloft. There's a lot of them. If you enjoy Domains of Dread and you like reading novelizations, man, kick up your Kindle or whatever and look up some D&D Ravenloft novels. You're gonna get a bunch.
Yeah.
Some of them are actually pretty good. I think several of the original second edition module series were based on some of the books that were written for Domains of Dread, or was it vice versa? I can't remember. But there's a lot of tie-ins between second edition content and the novels that were published at that time.
If I'm not mistaken, I think one of the other vampire, the adversaries of Strahd, the Jundar Sunstar, I think is his name. I think he comes from one of the books, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're just saying that in your chat.
Okay. Oh,
They beat you. Y'all beat him.
Damn. Well, they don't have to be polite. Wait for you to finish talking because I'm not a rude person.
I'm just laughing. Most of the time, I barely beat Chase as soon as I finish saying something, it appears in chat.
We need to make a counter for your
Damn it, you
chat.
beat me to it.
You need to make a counter in chat for who gets out first. You or Chase.
I've seen some of them, but I don't want to read any till I'm out of Strahd.
You
Well,
can actually read them and not. You can actually read them and not ruin Curse of Strahd, if I'm not
They
mistaken.
have nothing to do with the actual adventure module, but you get a whole wealth of story and information about Strahd as a person, the whole fall, rise, blah blah blah.
Well, because I've read like the first couple chapters of the first one by Christy Golden, which is actually really really fucking good, and it's him as he's still living. He's on a campaign as a leader, a commander of his army. So you're way before Vampire Strahd. It takes longer to type than it does to talk. Grr, lol. So are you saying that you should get advantage on your rolls to beat Jim? Is that what you're asking for, Chase? Because you have to type it out. But that being said, I think that it's a not for the entry level DM, but it's definitely a campaign I think everybody should play. It's a good toe dip into some of the more scarier aspects of D&D. It's not everything's dragons and goblins, and there's a wealth of different experiences you can give your players from going to any of these other domains of dread. I would actually say you should probably run something in every single one of them. You could probably get something for 2 to 3 levels in most of them, I think, at least, just a dip.
Yes and no. If you want to look at it as an amusement park type thing, you definitely can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of one of my big args on the Vecna Eve of Ruin adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of them definitely. I think you could pick like 5 of them to put 2 or 3 levels together and run a really cool interlocked campaign. But I think some of them, Horror Cure, the Ankapatat, the Egyptian themed one, that's full blown campaign style there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no.
I think some of them, the Chinese Dreamland,
dude, their vampires are scary as hell.
Do what?
The vampires in the Chinese one, they're scary as hell.
Oh, Xian Chang's, yeah, dude, that is. Have you ever seen that movie Dark City, Night City, Dark City, Vonnegut novel as well? The D&D version of that. Every night these fucking constructs go through and rearrange the city and rearrange the people to make the perfect city for when the sun rises and the Ghost Empress walks, and then if you're found awake at all these monsters, it's just a fucking head trip of an adventure.
Mm-hmm. But I want to,
as a domain of dread, I think Hekna does better as a replacement for Wild Beyond the Witchlight as a connection to the Feywild. Whether I want to admit it or not, it's too Feyish in my opinion for domains of dread. Because remember, in the Feywild, you got the Seelie and the Unseelie.
Yeah.
So I love me some Hekna, Chase. 1001 thank yous for introducing me to that. But I use it to click into the Feywild if I'm going to go with it.
Yep. What was I going to say? What was the last thing you said, Jim, before Hekna?
I don't remember. I said it. It's
I know.
gone.
I heard it. It's gone.
So rewind. So rewind.
See, Havoc, I'm in the dungeons of Neverwinter, so I'm all behind.
I think I was talking about Ecop, yeah.
Okay. I'm not. Oh yeah, I want to clarify my point. I'm not saying to string together a litany of one shots or a couple level dips into every domain. I'm saying, hey, in your campaign, send them off to freaking Dementaloop for a couple levels, and then bring them back, and go about the rest of your campaign. And
that was, kind of scrolling all the way back to the start of our stream. That was the whole idea of the original Ravenloft Realm of Terror before it became Domains of Dread and all of that was you can just pull your people out of whatever the fuck they're in the middle of, drop them in one of these scary places for a short adventure, and send them home. That was the design.
Yep.
It wasn't supposed to be start out level 1, play to level 20 in this horrible place. It was supposed to be, I know it was foggy last night, but damn, this is something different. You know, that's how it was supposed to be done. You know,
I do have to give props. I got the best player reaction out of St. Andrew when they were leaving. They were in by Flan, and then they went through the mist, and they see a sign that says "Welcome to Barovia," and he's just like, "Motherfucker!" And I'm like, amazing. That's the best. I wish I clipped it. It's on Mandy's YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check out the Misty Hearts campaign on Mandy's YouTube channel, it's literally on there. Son of a god damn it!
well, on mine, you know, the one my shadows, what we do in the shadows of Barovia. They approached the gate through their own. I gave each of them a little vignette as they fought their running from this monster through the mist or that or whatever, and they appear at the gates. You know, and there's 3 dudes sitting by a fire, just bullshitting. You know, what's on the other side of the gates? The way out, but I wouldn't go through there. And they looked at me as, what if we don't go through the gate? There's an extra log by the fire.
And they're just sitting there for time eternal, just waiting. We're not, can't go backwards, can't go forwards. But
There's an extra log by the fire, y'all.
It is a standoff of some sort, because even if you run the death house, you walk out, you're not in Barovia yet, but there's nowhere else to fucking go but forward.
You got a gate, son. Yeah.
So,
you know, but that was the whole thing is something brought us here. There's got to be a way to get out of here. Well, this particular domain is haunted by the marionette of a comedian who refused to make people laugh. Now he is cursed to make bad jokes forever. And until he makes everyone laugh, you're stuck here forever. I got to go write jokes for a bitch? Yeah, there is literally a domain of dread that you get to do that for.
Yep. I love the fact that
it's not all horrible monsters and failed romances. It's these strange twists of fate that these poor domain lords, greater or lesser, get stuck in.
Yep.
And in most of the cases, you got to get bloody and fight your way through them. But on occasion, there's a way to work it out through negotiations, man. Dude, check out the dome. Yeah, they're good.
Yep.
Just don't feel driven to run a campaign.
No.
Or 20 levels of shit in them. Don't feel driven to do. You'll have more fun with them popping in and popping out than you will. Okay, level 1. The mist suck you in. Level 20, yay, we're out. You're not going to enjoy it as a DM. I promise you that.
So that I think we've kind of covered Domains of Dread a bit. We got through some Barovia. By all means, guys, if you have any questions or comments, send it to me or Jim, and we'd be more than happy to talk more about it off stream. But at least I would. I won't want to commit Jim to anything. But at the same time, pick up the book. If you're not running a campaign in Curse of Strahd, then don't pick up the book. But if you're not, and you want to DM it, grab the book. It's a good adventure. It's a decent read. It's not an overly thick adventure. I think that there's even mechanics where you can run it in like a couple month session or a one shot, even if you want to just have a good time with Strahd and not go into all the real gothic horror of some of the towns and the NPCs. It's just some a highlight of events. Yes, Mandy, there is a book. It's called The Curse of Strahd. It's written by Christopher Perkins. I would suggest you grab I6 first and read that one. Because
we actually have Expedition to
Castle Ravenloft
in 3rd edition, which fed into some of the 5th edition stuff as well.
Well, then they did the Griffin Hill one. The
yes, I11 or I12.
I think it was I11.
Chase.
Yeah, Chase, you're here. Why are we talking about it?
He's my Insta wiki over on my lunch stream.
This shit has rules. Yes, it does have rules.
I-10, my apologies.
Oh, okay.
I-10, Ravenloft 2, House of Griffin Hill.
And that is a part deux for Curse of Strahd, theoretically.
One shot, part deux.
Duh. That's exactly where I got it from.
I know, I love that movie.
To be frankly honest, I have not read Griffin Hill, and I've never run it or played in it, so I don't know anything about it.
Looked at it thinking it was going to be some really cool shit. It's actually kind of a tangential adventure.
Okay. Okay.
Not very fun. Not very good.
So I think the one that gives us the apparatus, which features again in second edition. Oh, the spanner apparatus.
Yep. Yep.
Oh no, it gave me an ad. I missed it. What did you miss?
Something. Ads.
Let me do a thing. Lex.
It was probably a spoiler, so you're okay. You didn't miss anything.
Okay, cool. That's probably fair.
Totally, you're good. You didn't miss nothing.
So yeah, I would suggest going out, grabbing the book, and DMing it if you have some experience. There's a lot of really good like DM hints and sources out there to kind of get you if you absolutely want to run it. Then yes, I know I didn't have to do that, but I did it. So deal with it. You have to. There's a lot of help out there, a lot of good videos out there to kind of smooth the process of running a more complicated adventure. If you've already run 2 or 3, pick up Curse of Strahd, run it. You won't be sick of it.
And kind of and along that line, we spoke early in the game about early in the stream about how DMs, we kind of have some confidence, we have a little bit of an ego. You kind of have to, and you have to have some thick skin as well as a DM.
Mm-hmm.
Be willing to kind of as you're playing your way through these modules, if you find yourself in these adventures, if you find yourself putting yourself into a nasty corner, we're all playing a game. Hey guys, can I rewind a little bit because A, B, C, D, or E is about to happen, and it's going to take us running this adventure. So we're going to have to work through it with each other a little bit. You got to be confident, but don't be arrogant and be afraid to admit that you don't know something as a DM.
That goes across campaigns.
Yes, well, I was about to say, especially with domains, because it's a little bit wonky, and you have kind of a lot of power in your hands already as a DM. You don't want to become the DM that says, "Because I fucking said so." Okay, Dad, whatever. No, man, you want your players to enjoy themselves and feel fair about it.
Yep.
So be willing to admit when you make a mistake. Be willing to roll things back with your players to get a better experience as a game. We're still playing games. We're not making movies. We're not writing books. I can't speak for anyone else, but I ain't fucking on the staff of Mighty Nine right now. So, it's still a game to me, baby.
No, I'm not, and I've not been approached. So I think that the prognosis is not very good. Like the Ravenloft books, not the campaign book, would be fun for a reading stream. Yeah, Lex, I miss your reading streams. She used to stream books, and she would just read to the stream. Very awesome to work with, work along to actually. So yeah, they're great reads. I can actually speak that they get a lot of really good reviews. I've not read many of them. Like I said, I've read probably the first couple chapters of the first one, but even that one was really good. So in closing, since we do the Southern Goodbye here,
It's 2:15. Damn.
Yeah, I know it's late. We hope that you had a good time listening to us. If you have ideas that you want us to talk about, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to kind of schedule them for our future streams. But otherwise, we're here Saturday nights, 11:30 to usually about 1:30, but went a little long today, Central Standard Time. And then you can catch Mr. DM Geezer Jim on his channel, DM Geezer Jim, on Twitch at 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday. And I suggest you pick up the time slot. It's a great lunch and learn for me anyway, and a lot of good times are had there.
Oh yeah, man.
You guys, Jim, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it as always.
Dude, thank you for hosting. Thank you for inviting. Mandy, super cool. Thank you for the awesome art and always supporting. It's great to see you, Sexy and Andrew, Sloth and Andrew and Chase. Why Gummy Do? I would just simply be a spectator on that one. Although I might get more insight because I get to keep playing with the brother a little bit more here soon.
Yeah. So really quick, I'll just answer that right now. I don't fucking know.
Gummy, why Gummy Do? Gummy tell.
Gummy makes character. Automatic question is, hey Gummy, when's this multi-class you built pop off?
It was good to see you again.
Yes.
Looking forward to playing with you again in the future here. And you know what? Ain't no one gotta know. Sometimes Gummy do just because Gummy be Gummy, and There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You know, you ain't got to explain yourself. If it end up working at the end, that's all that matters. That's all you got to remember. If it ends up working at the end, it worked.
Level 15. That's when it pops off. Level 15. But thank you so much for being here, listening to us old folks ramble on about these editions that have probably happened before most of you were born. But it's a good time. I hope you had a good time. Thank you so much for the bits, Mandy. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday and a lovely Sunday. And we will catch you tomorrow on Mandy's channel, 5 p.m. Central, for the Mandalorians. It is their last session before we go on the break, so please be there and cheer them on as they go into boss fight. Boss fight.
Also, I'll be playing with you guys over on Mandy's channel on Tuesday night.
Yes.
I won't be streaming on mine Tuesday morning. Out of town for our anniversary. We'll be back in time Tuesday night, and then my stream will be back on its normal Wednesday, Thursday, Friday stuff from there. So yeah, hell yeah, man. So a lot of good stream
coming up.
I'm really grateful to be part of being included in y'all's community. Thanks so much. It's been a great time. It's been warm welcome. Met a lot of awesome people, since I've been able to start hanging out with you and Mandy. So thanks, y'all.
So we're glad to have you, man. And honestly, it's not a community; it's a fellowship.
Kaiju fight kaiju. Later, everyone. Bomb tech. Sorry, it was quiet. No, it's okay.
You're good, man.
Like I say on my stream, whether you're lurking or whether you're chatting, your time is very valuable, and we're glad that you chose to spend it with us in the wee hours of the morning.
And that holds true here too as well. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your evening. Bye.
Y'all be safe.